Respectfully. Yo, what's going on? This is Aurie Styla, Respectfully podcast. What's going on, Trudge? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm all good. You went away for a little bit?
Yeah, I did. Went to the sunny sea of Barcelona.
Got some sun?
Yeah, try to.
Try to. Do you burn or do you actually tan?
No, I tan. Not very well, but yeah, I still tan.
Fair enough. And how long was you away for?
Only the weekend. So I went on the Friday, landed last night, went to work. Now I'm back here.
All right, nice. Welcome back.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a bit. Before we do, also in the building, family, friend, singer, songwriter, amazing person. Sometimes annoying to have discussions with. Her name is Malika. What's going on?
Hi, thanks for having me. That was a really nice intro. I appreciate it.
It was, until the annoying bit, innit?
No, to be honest, I didn't really hear that.
But you know why I say that?
Because I don't agree with everything that you say and I challenge you.
You agree with nothing I say.
You know what? My cousin literally said this to me yesterday. She was like, I think you just disagree with me just so that you disagree.
So it's not just me then?
You're not special, no.
Okay, I'll take it. At least I can turn around. It's not about me being special. At least I can say it's not just my views that you disagree with actively.
It's not anybody's views. I just stand by my views.
I respect that. I respect that.
You know, that's just my view.
I respect that.
Yeah.
All right, what have you been up to today? What's been going on?
Today I had a meeting in King's Cross.
Yeah.
It was a good meeting. I'm doing more presenting stuff. You told me this, right? Yeah.
And I didn't go into it too much, but I said if that is your vibe anyway.
Yeah.
But why? What's made you kind of want to go more into presenting now?
Okay, so I love talking to you know I love to talk.
Definitely. Definitely. 100% true.
All right, okay. I love to talk. I love information. I love speaking to people and asking questions, like random questions that probably you wouldn't care about the answer, but I just decided to ask the question. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, people have been telling me for ages, like, oh, you should go into radio or presenting or did it. And also during the podcast, during the pandemic, I hosted and presented a show called Malika Talks where I was...
Yes, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, speak to women of colour working in creative industries, and that kind of lit the bulb. Nice.
And are you going to juggle music and presenting, or are you going to lean more into one side?
I mean, whichever one pays the most.
Seen. I'll take that. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm a full-time songwriter now, so I'm not doing the artist thing as much.
It's more behind the scene.
I'm more just songwriting. I've been doing that for the last year, which has been like amazing. So yeah, I think I can juggle both. I want to specialize in talking about issues surrounding the music industry. That's going to be my speciality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even when we talk about stuff, like we won't say names, but there is a particular podcast we both love and we debate on quite often. And in that conversation, there are like loads of conversations around music and the music industry. And that's the one thing you gravitate towards a lot, is discussing the ups and the downs of the music industry, which I may not know as much. I'll see from an outsider's perspective, but you've been in it. So you having discussions with other people based on your experiences, I think is great, because you're not going to just come from an angle like I would, which is, it looks like it's like this and it's like that. You've had experiences, some good, some bad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. And also, like, it's more about sharing the information. Like, so many people in the music industry learn on the job. There's no one way, like somebody will go viral through TikTok and have a massive hit. Like they'll be grinding for like 5 years and catch a hit, or you'll get a hit and then you'll get nothing for 10 years, or do you know what I mean? There's no one way to get into music. Yeah. And I think that people kind of see it as, you know, the overnight success, like the X Factor overnight success, or, you know, The Voice. Like, how many seasons of The Voice have we had, and where is this? Any of those winners?
That's facts.
Where is just one of those winners? Like,
I can't think of, and both of us actually know people that have been on The Voice that were active beforehand. The Voice kind of gave them a little boost for a period of time, and I can't see where they are now. Actually, is there any? I see with X Factor, not always the winner, but like you'll get One Direction or Little Mix. They were all X Factor, weren't they?
Yeah. They'll
have their bus, but on The Voice, or even some of the singers that you see on like BGT but haven't won it, I don't see where they are now.
Yeah, it's crazy. And this is my meeting. earlier on today was kind of about this.
Okay.
Talking about the fact that just because you have a hit song, it doesn't mean that you're going to be a millionaire. And just because you have 12 million followers, it doesn't mean that it doesn't guarantee that you're going to be eligible for chart success.
A lot of these companies sell that idea that get your followers up. Because of that, like they don't directly say you're gonna make millions. Go like bring your 12 million followers here. They say it'll be good if you have all these followers. Yes. Then they try and get you on board. But the reason they want you on board is not just because you're a talent. It's majority because they know that you come with that number of people that they can market to. And if 1-2% of those people buy, that means that person who owns that element of company, or whatever it is they're doing, they benefit. And all they had to do was sign one person who was that avenue. Whereas maybe 20, 30 years ago, they'd have to pay for like a marketing campaign to reach out. And it was a lot more money as opposed to signing the one entity and gassing them up saying, come here, do a little this and a little bit of that. And there's no nurturing. It's just give me your followers.
Yeah, literally. But it's I mean, I literally could talk about this all day, but it's really complicated. It's really complex. And I'm very passionate about just sharing the information, having open and honest conversations from a perspective of information, not from opinion. Like none of the things that I want to do is going to be based on like, oh, I was working with this person and here's the gossip here. Do you know what I mean? It's more just like, okay, these are the things that can happen. Like, are you a member of PRS? Do you know what PRS is? Are you a member of PPL? Like, why are you not a member? Like, here's some information. It's going to be information based.
Breakdown. I've heard PRS loads of times. I know you get paid basically.
Trouble.
No. For what? Telling the truth?
No. For not knowing the exact.
Oh no, you don't have to tell me the break.
I do.
Okay, cool. All right. PRS. I know this. I mean, Trudge, you back me on this. You've heard PRS happen like a lot. Yeah. In your industry as well, in your field, you'd have to pay PRS when you work and you're doing like the television show. If you use music, then the people whose music you use, they get paid because you've used their music. Yep. I've never heard of PPL.
Yeah.
What's PPL?
Okay, so PRS is Performing Rights Society and they pay the songwriters. So songwriters sign up to PRS and then they get paid through not bi-monthly, but a couple times a year through PRS's distribution. Okay. And PPL is, I think it's, Malika, this is really bad. Basically public performance license. Okay. I think that's what what the acronym is. And basically how it works is, if you think of, there's 3 ways to get paid in music industry. You get paid as the record label, you get paid as the songwriter, you get paid as the artist. Okay. PPL, they pay the artist. So anybody that's singing the songs, that's mainly who PPL pay. They do pay like the writers and the engineers and stuff like that. They pay for audio, but it's mainly that. Okay. But how you think of how you get paid is if you think of Rock Nation as the record label, you think of The Dream as the songwriter, and you think of Rihanna as the singer. That's how you get paid. And PRS pay The Dream as a songwriter. Okay. PPL will pay Rock Nation as the rights holder. Okay. And PPL will pay Rihanna as the vocalist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So PRS doesn't always have to, it's not, I thought all of that was just under PRS. I didn't know the breakdowns. I just thought I didn't know of PPL, so I just thought everything went through PRS. PRS then pay the people. I didn't know there were other people that were involved in doing that.
No, it's spread across the board. There's also like MCPS, which gets into like mechanicals, but please don't ask me too much about that.
Don't worry. We can. You lost me at like PPL, so I'm still trying to catch up on that.
It's okay, but yeah. So there's all of those breakdowns, but there are a lot of people who don't know that. I mean, my dad worked in music as a manager and a producer like back in the day and stuff like that. He also started one of the first pirate radio stations.
Oh, which one?
Time Radio.
Time, okay.
This was like
way back in the day.
This was really back. This was back when like Kiss FM was a pirate radio station.
Oh wow, that's going back.
It was the original.
That's going back.
But like through him, I learned about I've been a member of PRS and PPL since I was about 13.
Okay, yeah, he put you on straight away.
But also I didn't know for a long time that you could have, I'm so passionate about this, I could talk about it all day long, but that you can have a record company account with PPL and an artist account with PPL. So a lot of independent artists who own their masters, who, you know, you might be getting 12 plays a month, you might be getting 100 plays a month, whatever, 100,000 plays. It's important for you to have a record company PPL account and a vocalist or artist PPL account, because you then get paid as Rock Nation and you then get paid as Rihanna as well for your vocals. But, you know, for a while I didn't know that, and I almost lost out on quite a lot of money because I own most of my masters, but like, yeah, on like one of my biggest songs, I got it sorted in the end, but it was a big chunk of money that I nearly lost.
Does it, like, how far back? So when all right, let's say a song is 10 years old. People still see like coin from that up until like today.
I mean, I do.
Give me some. Respect. Give me some of that. Yeah.
But it's not every song. And this is like also where like the misconception comes from, like in terms of public persona and people's success and like where they're at.
Yeah.
You know, for example, you know, S Club 7, they were played everywhere like 10, 15 years ago. They were like one of the biggest groups in the world.
Yeah.
They were making money. Their contracts, whatever was in their contract, is a totally different conversation.
Yeah.
But in terms of the money that the brand was generating, it was a lot of money because it was constantly being
everywhere, adverts, all sorts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas like now, we are still like, if you saw like Bradley or Joe from us, we would, oh my days, that's Bradley or Joe. But
that money from back then. But
the money is not being played now, because when you turn on the radio, you don't hear that. You're hearing Central C and Dave and Stormzy or
so they're getting that attention that 15 years ago S Club would have had.
Exactly.
So the money that they were getting residual is obviously going to drop
underneath the table, unless
they were putting out things now that was popping like that, and it kind of refreshes it's like YouTube videos. When you put a popular video up, it gets loads of views. At the time, you're seeing a lot of money come from those videos. After the video's been seen and everyone's moved on to something else and so on, it's not being watched that much, you ain't making money off of clicks. Yeah. So I get that. I got happy when I put like a video up and I saw 12p coming. I was like, yo, hey, this is me now, you know. I'm on it. This is me. 12 pence. But I just got happy that you could make a video and put something out. For them, obviously, someone like an S Club or whoever was big at the time, they put something out that everybody was playing. I think obviously it comes down to the types of contracts that they have as to how well distributed the money is down the line to them.
I mean, I just use them as a name.
Yeah, of course. But everyone's individual. You got some people that it's very like, it's more closer to the chest because maybe they own their own record label that then, or they've done all the producing and the songwriting, and rather than having to divvy up between other people, as opposed to there being an artist that might have only just provided the vocals on a song. But all that money has to get divvied up down to the label, even the people who you're paying for the sample that you might have made in the beat of the song. And next thing you know, you're only seeing 0.5% of every pound. I've heard stories like that.
Less. But to be fair, but to be honest with you, like you can make a lot of money just from vocaling because like I said, like every time, because there are the three entities, there's the record, the Rock Nation, the singer, the Rihanna, and then the songwriter, the Dream. Like that's three strands. So for example, like I own the master to my song Go.
Yeah.
Go.
You don't want to talk about that song, do you?
No, it's just because I've moved on from it, but the rest of the world hasn't. But let me not complain.
Go on.
Because 13 years later, I still get paid from it. But the point is, because I own the master of Go, I co-wrote Go and I vocal Go. It means essentially I get paid as Rock Nation, I get paid as Rihanna, I get paid as The Dream.
So you see the bigger chunk anyway.
So you know what I mean? Whereas some people who don't write songs, they might only get like 1/3 of that, or if they've not signed the best deal, you know, if whatever you've negotiated, but then also, you know, Go is a classic. It is a culturally relevant song, and it's one of those ones that will, you know, get played all the time.
Definitely.
It's a part of a group of songs, which I'm very, you know, thankful and grateful for.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Your Go.
My Go.
Yeah. Your song Go is like my Sniper Pose, right?
Okay, yeah.
Where everybody lives in that moment of remembering when they first saw it or first heard it, and they come up to you and they go, like, that's them in that moment. About people, I'm on the road, see me on the street. Can we take a picture? Yeah, sure. I do the pose. I'm like, bro, this 9 years ago. But this is what I'm saying. It's 9 years ago. But the difference is you still get paid from that. I never saw an extra penny afterwards, apart from what I had to then turn into the marketing of that being me and then moving on after that.
Yeah.
But jokes are harder to monopolize on financially because once people have heard a joke, it's done. Some people can hear it again and again and again a few times. You get some gems like the Sniper Pose where for them, it wasn't just a joke. It was a moment.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, all right. That's that moment. Do you see what I'm saying? For the people that like a Kevin Hart, or there's loads of people, or Mickey Flanagan, Yeah. That's the moment that they live in that scene of comedy. Same with music. I think though with music, the nostalgia with music is so much more hard hitting, and the fact that it can get replayed. I still listen to music and hip hop from the 90s that still can get replayed up until now, and it doesn't get old because I want it to sound like what I wanted it to sound like, right? So for you, the fact you own your masters to your song, and people are like, I remember that song, and they play it, I don't wanna be with, like, they go back in that zone and all of that stuff, and they love it. You see money come from that somewhere, somehow, whether it gets played on radio, whatsoever. You think I see a lick of a penny when someone watches that whole video again and then sees me? Not one. So I know it's 13 years old. 13 years, bloody hell.
But do you know, we recorded it in 2007.
Wow.
We recorded that in 2007.
That's before I even started comedy.
So how long? I don't know how long.
But 2007 is longer than 30. That's 16 years.
No, I know, but we recorded it in 2007. I don't think I've ever told the story. So if the room cares.
Here we go. Come on.
So I met these guys at uni.
Okay.
I also went to uni with Wretch's manager.
Okay.
Zion. And I also went to uni with Aurie.
Okay, yeah.
From JLS. I went to uni, met these guys. They were this one guy, and he was like, he manages this group. He does like songwriting or whatever. He heard me singing one time, and I come from like UK music, like from where my dad comes from. So I've grown up around like Janet Kay and Carol Thompson and like my godfather, like Rick Clark. Like I've been around.
Snap!
Oh yeah, that's my uncle.
Swear down. Yeah. Look at that. But yeah, go on, carry on.
So I've been around. So when I met like this my friend at uni, he was like, oh yeah, like I know like the guys from So Solid and I'm like, okay, this is not impressing me. Anyway, long story short, we went to the studio and we were recording some stuff, and he called me one day because I live out of London. He called me one day and they were based in South, and he was like, this is a 911. I think we'd gone to the studio like the night before, and we were recording with this guy called Hypertone. He's like, I always say he's like one of the best vocal engineers in the country.
Okay.
Like he's vocaled practically all of my singles ever in my career. And he was like, it's a 911, we've got to go to Hypertones, whatever. And he was like, I will buy you whatever food you want, and I will give you petrol money, and I'm going to pay
get here.
Just get here.
Yeah, just get here, yeah.
So we get there, and then we record it, and I didn't like the song. I didn't like the song. It's not my favorite song even to this day. But I went to the guy who mainly wrote it. So I'm going to use his name that he uses now, Mr. Stars Up.
Oh, swear.
Yeah. So like him. So it was like me, him, Hypertone, and then like my uni friend Ian, who brought us all together basically, and like we were the conglomerate.
The connection, yeah.
And I remember being in Mr. Stars Up's house at the time, and he sung me like Go. And then for years, me and Ian, my uni friend, we argued about who wrote the bridge. So that now it's over, boy, I'm gonna make my choice. Yeah. And I was like, I wrote that. And he was like, no, you didn't. Like Mr. Stars Up wrote it. And I was like, no, I did. And then literally about 3 years ago, I was like, yeah, I really didn't write that.
Swear, wait, all this time?
I didn't. I literally just had like a realization, like, because Ian would always say, you didn't write that. Yeah. You came up with the melody. And the reason why I know is because it's the only melody you've ever written that I liked.
Ouch. Oh, snap.
So, and then
that's a way to remember something, but wow.
Yeah. So anyway, so we were in the house. So Mr. Stars Up, he'd written like the whole song. And then I had rewritten the bridge melody, which is where I get my publishing from, but also where they're like, I don't want to be with you. I ain't got no more to say. And then like, that's what the hook is and whatever of the remix.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, we record it. They all annoyed me in the session. And I remember like, it was a moment where like, I sung that bridge bit. So like, if you ever hear the original of Go, there's like this long note at the end.
Okay.
Of that. I ain't got no more to say. And, like the room just went silent because I was like, leave me alone. Just let me do it. But I think we had figured out this formula that if I got angry enough, I sung the best.
Oh, swear.
So I feel like they would
annoy you to get the best out of you.
They would annoy me to get the best out of me.
That's a bit toxic. I can't lie, but I mean, if it works, isn't it?
The whole thing. And then,
how do we do that to make sure we get the best out of this podcast?
Are we not getting the
your
best
hair's
of
terrible, man. Go on, carry on.
Oh no, don't, because this
I'm
is
sorry,
really
no,
long
I didn't
time
mean it.
to
I'm
get,
sorry.
Kelly
The way she went, no.
Like,
No, it looks good. It looks good. I'm just trying to get the best out of you on this microphone.
I feel you.
Cool. I'm just trying to do, oh my God, I feel bad now.
I've been to therapy, only nice stuff. And
you can't say the word therapy and then I can't dig deeper on you now and start being toxic. It's rude.
I'm so ask whatever you need.
Okay. No, I'm asking everything, right? Okay. If I were to ask, but I'm talking about, I'm not going to try and be mean to get the best out of you on this, even though they did. Because when you said, when you went like, oh no, my hair, I was like, oh no, I kind of jumped in. I went, no, I'm not going to be mean like that. I don't want to be harsh.
Do you know what? It's just because everyone else can see themselves. I can't see myself. So
how good does she look on the camera?
Beautiful.
There you go.
I love this.
You look amazing.
I'm coming back.
There you go. Anytime you want. I like the fact that you came onto the sofa and you did the whole leg cross. I can't, it won't be comfortable. But you sat down legs. I like that. It's comfy.
Yeah, because this is a really nice couch.
Thank you.
It's really
Thank you.
And I just want to. I was saying this before, but like the whole aroma, the set, like
it looks alright, isn't it?
It's more than alright.
I'll take that. Thank you very much.
It's really nice.
Do you know what I love is when people come in here and they've seen it online and they go, yo, I've seen it online. It looks good, but it looks so much more when you come in this room.
Yeah.
It just shows the amount of time we've put into building this up and making it what it is. It's so comfortable and it's nice. There's still more to do. Like I'm looking like, I have another one of these plants, but it just looked terrible. So I'm going to get another one. It's not real. Come on, I'm not looking after this.
This one's from IKEA, right?
You don't know. Hey, yeah. Hey, don't make it up too much, but yeah, it is.
No, I have this in my bedroom because I had the real life one, but it kept on dying.
That's same as me.
It kept, because it's too cold. That's what it is. So I gave my one to my auntie.
Okay.
She's got like a one that's like, but her heating's always on.
So she's all good then.
So she's all good.
Yeah,
so I wanted her to bring mine back to life. And then I went there, it was there for like a year and a half and she kept on saying, come and take your plant or I'm going to throw it out. And literally I went back there the other month and I was like, wait, where's Protruder? Like me and my cousin.
Wait, you called your plant what?
Me and my cousin named it Protruder.
Protruder. That is an ugly name. Anyone who's called Protruder, I'm apologizing right now, but that name is ugly.
I don't think anyone's called Protruder.
There'll be someone somewhere in life called Protruder. It sounds like a Beatrice and I can't even think the Truder bit. Like something Truder. I can't think of a name that has that as the suffix of it. But yeah, it's an ugly name.
I don't know where the name came from. Like even as you said, I'm trying to think, I'm like, where did we get this from? But anyway, we call it Protruder. I'm like, where's Protruder? And my cousin's like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, she must have thrown out my plant.
Well, I'm glad that it's gone. And I'm sorry, because that name's ugly. I'm glad you got another plant that won't die.
Oh yeah, no, it's flourishes. Yeah, it looks really great.
I need another. I'm going to get another to get on this side. I need to paint that door because I don't like the fact that door's white and the rest of the room here is black. I need to get last bit of lightings. I need to get on the wall so it gives, rather than just a black wall, but just gives a bit of colour to those walls. It's coming. But I've been, like you've seen, I've been away for so many months trying to get stuff sorted here when I'm in and out of the country. I had to wait until there was a long spate of me being here and that's been recent. So that's why it's kind of come together now. But thank you.
No, it looks lovely.
Thank you very much.
It looks lovely.
Thank you. So, hey, Trudge, can I ask, do you know what song? I always do this when I'm around her. Do you know what song it is that we're talking about?
No, you're going to have to remind me.
Okay, do you listen to was it the Funky House era that was prominent?
I have so many other songs. Like
I know that, but the one that so he knows what we're talking about.
He's gonna know some of the others as well.
I know he'll know some of the others, definitely, but you referenced that one. That's why I'm saying, right? Do you know?
Go.
Yeah, it's called Go.
Yeah, I've definitely heard it. I'm sure. I've got like a knowledge.
Go home.
Oh.
Pack your...
So again, in the session, they wanted me to say "pack your shit."
Yes, I knew there was a word missing.
No. But at the time, it wasn't cool to swear it in tracks.
Of course,
I was like, "No, I'm this R&B. Like Tony Braxton doesn't sing."
Yeah. And now you like Sexy Red. Big up yourself.
much closer. Sexy Red.
Thugging with my rounds.
Yes, literally. Okay.
Something's brown. Anyway, sorry. But, go on.
But yeah, so they were like, and I literally just refused. And they were like, just sing it and we'll cut it out. And I was like, no, because if I sing it, you'll keep it in the record. And I actually think it makes the record better that it's not in it at all. But
okay.
It was supposed to be pack your shit, get gone.
Go home, pack your shit, get gone. Because I can't take it. Listen,
take this here.
No more.
He doesn't know it.
I don't wanna be with you. I hit the note right.
He doesn't, you're not.
Go home, pack your shit, get gone, because I can't take this here no more.
Do you know it?
No.
You
Do you know what's funny? Do you know why?
His name's Sam. He's
you know why this is no, he does know it. Do you know why? Because everybody knows it. Like
it's true. No. And it's not an arrogant thing. She doesn't throw this song to everybody, but they've heard it. All right.
Everybody knows the song.
Hold on, I got to ask. The name, why is the name spelled differently now?
So when I first started music, I was just doing like the songwriting thing more. And then I went to be the artist and then...
So a little tweak for I get it, yeah.
Now I've just like...
There it is.
Oh, there she is.
There it is.
Wait, don't want the edit. We don't want a remix, do we? No.
No, that's it.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Really, if we're going to play anything, I'd prefer you to play the original, but we move.
You guys got to put your headphones on.
Well, we know we know what the song is. You have a listen.
Oh.
I know how this song goes.
So don't put... we know what the song is. Now I'll bring it down. There you go, because I can't play it for too long. Was it all the way down?
Yep.
Okay. And look at him gas now. Look at him. Oh, is that you, bro? Oh, my dick sweat down. Is that you? I remember when I was in Oceania listening to that tune with you on it. Look at his face. He's getting red. Ain't that cute? Oh, that is funny.
This often happens. Like,
look how cute.
This always happens.
Look at Trudge. He's like, oh my God, I know this. Is that you?
Would you like me to sign an autograph for you before I leave?
Watch him get a marker pen and say, hey, sign right here, right on my chest, please. Right here, please.
I've got like a box as big as this table full of like the physical CDs underneath my bed.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you want, I'll just...
please.
Look at you.
I just want to say as well, I did say you were beautiful before Aurie did today. I'm just saying.
In all fairness, you get points because we were doing the Android thing.
Oh, yeah. True. See?
What? You lot...
Don't worry about what we were doing.
You lot do your Android thing, yeah? Whatever you lot are doing. Wait, what phone is that you got? The new one?
No. I know. I'm thinking... I need to upgrade.
And you're going to swap over to Android?
I was thinking of it.
Leave, innit? I don't need you lot around here. Right. More iPhones for me. What are you talking about? I used to be Android. I went to iPhone in 2017. I'm not looking back. Are you mad?
The camera, but I take a lot of pictures.
I have lighting.
Shout out the lighting.
I have lighting.
I was about to say shout out the lighting.
I have a camera, a DSLR that will do it for me. And my phone will do fine. Like, let's be 100% clear. You take a lot of pictures to go where? Put on your socials and that? Yeah?
Maybe a social, maybe a little dating app. No, Jake.
Even a dating app. No, dude, it's fine. I love her face when she did that. Even if you put it on a dating app, that's fine. Them pictures, when they go uploaded, are going to get compressed anyway. So you're not going to tell if you took it on an Android or on an iPhone.
You can tell. Like one of my cousins, she has. I'm very close with my.
Okay.
Like, I've got like 2 cousins. And we're very close.
Cool.
But the main one I usually talk about is my cousin Shahida, who I'm very, very close to. Yeah. There's also another cousin called Natalie. Just want to name check them.
Before one goes to what? You're not close to me. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So Natalie has an Android, and when she takes pictures, it just feels different. And she's not the best picture taker.
It just so looks good.
It's just because it's the Android.
Okay. Wait, But people think it's Android. It's not that it's Android. It's whichever particular Android phone they have. Because if she's got like a Samsung Galaxy, like a S23 or so on, I believe you, right? The camera's going to be dope. You got all these other people with Androids and someone's got a HTC from 2009 and they're saying, yeah, but I'm Android. Yeah, but your phone's pixelated camera. It has to be like, for example, the iPhone Pro Max, the iPhone Pro series, whether it be 13, 14, 15, the camera on that is fantastic. But if you're comparing like an iPhone SE to an Android like a Samsung Galaxy whatsoever, of course the Galaxy is going to beat him. I do think, hold on, let me land. Because like, let's be real, how many lenses has your phone got at the back? Is it 2 or 3? 3. So you got Pro?
Yes.
Cool. So you know the ones that aren't Pro have got like 2.
Yeah.
There are people that will see, majority of people that have like 2 on there and go, oh yeah, well, my phone's better because I'm on an Android and so on. And that's great. But you're comparing the best of the phones that you got that everyone goes for, like a Samsung Galaxy or some sort, against the mid of the iPhones. Compare the tops. The difference ain't that bad. It's not, I mean, you're going to get, I'll be honest, Android put a little bit more in, but they have to because everything else is terrible. You heard what I said. I had Android before. No, I'll tell you when I realized that iPhone and Apple is the one for me. My phone, I can't remember what I did. I damaged my phone. I went into the Apple store and my phone is not the easiest one to get. I've got this one right now is the iPhone Pro 13. I've got my 15 coming. I've got to wait for it to come. Every 2 years I change it. This one is now done because the 15's out. So when I went there, it's a 13 Pro Max 1 terabyte, right?
Okay.
To get the 1 terabyte ones, they don't keep them in stock because not everyone orders them, whereas I've got them because I record a lot. Not anymore. I used to record a lot of my comedy clips on my phone when I'm out and about. So I needed the space. I go into the store to get it changed over because something had broken with it. I have Apple Care. It's not a matter of sending it off. It's not a matter of having to wait until one comes in. I go into one of the stores. They went and checked to see who has it around if you want to drive to a local one so I can go pick it up. All I had to do was go in the store, hand in my old one, give me the new one, sit in the store so I can do the transfer and gone. I basically got a new phone on my Apple Care. I don't know what Samsung do in terms of their Apple of their insurance. Like they have like a care that's like that, but I don't think you can go into a Samsung store and go, this one's busted, swap that over. And it's that kind of ecosystem. And I can do that with my MacBook. I can do it with my iPad. I can do it with my watch, any of those devices. And how integrated they are, that's why I like them.
Okay, all of that is great.
Go ahead.
But they're cheeky because they give you reconditioned ones, refurbished ones. So they're not giving you, so like I buy my phone today and then tomorrow, like there's a glitch on the phone and they're like, yeah, we can give you another one, but we're going to give you a reconditioned one.
After a year.
That's cheeky.
That's after a year. So in the first year, they give you a new one.
A brand new one out of the box.
Yes, brand new.
Take off the cling film.
Take off brand new one out of the box the first year because it still covers under warranty as well. But your Apple Care, which you pay, which goes up to 2 years, or if you continue afterwards, I think you can go up to 3 years. I'm not sure exactly how long. People are going to kill me in the comments with, no, it's not like that. It's not that long. But I know I do mine for 2 years, right? After the first year's done, they'll give you a reconditioned one because the next generation of the phones come out. So if my one's a 13, during the time where we're still in the year of the 13, it's a new one they're giving me. If it gets past that year, we're in the 14s, they still have reconditioned 13s or refurb 13s. But those will be in a better condition than the phone I'm handing to them. Do you see what I'm saying? If my phone's mash up and I go give them that and they give me another one where the phone's not mash up, what am I complaining for?
I mean, I still think it's cheeky.
Oh, go away. It's the same with any insurance stuff. What do you think EE are doing if you go there or if you go to any of them phone shops? It's the same thing.
They used to give you like my foot is falling asleep. They used to give you a new phone, but like when I say used to, probably back in 2007 when I recorded Go. So don't worry about me.
That's a long time with the flip phone, isn't it? Yeah. Literally. So all right. We're gonna have a look at some things. I don't know what the topics are. I know what the main one is. We've briefly spoken about this kind of topic.
Days.
This is gonna get spoken about, but should we go with that one first?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We're talking, so the first topic we're talking about is Jada, Shakur, Alsina and Will Smith. Jada, Shakur, Alsina, right? Don't clap me. I've seen that all over socials, man. That's been memes everywhere.
I thought that was an Aurie original.
No. That's been
like,
memes
that's
everywhere.
funny.
You can't make up a new joke about this. She has been everywhere, whether it be her putting herself out there or other people. Let me go to the top of this so I could just, for those who don't know, Jada Pinkett-Smith. This is probably like the 5th or 6th thing that has been said, but she's got a new book coming out, which is called Worthy. Am I right?
Yeah.
Is it out yet or is it still coming out?
I feel like it comes out like tomorrow or something.
So it's soon.
Yeah.
So she's been on a press run. And the press run that she's been doing has literally been like opening up about her family, her relationship, lack of it, what relationship she may have wanted to have, all those kind of things, right? And my first question for anybody in this room, Trudge, Malika, for anybody, is Jada doing too much? That's all I want to know from your perspective before we go into anything.
Yes.
Yeah? Malika?
No.
Ah, man. Here we go, strapping. This is what I like. I didn't want someone in here that's just going to agree with me. I want to hear a different perspective. All right. So just for context, the first thing that Jada said, I think when it came to the press run, the first thing that we saw is when she was doing an interview was, just to let everyone know, me and Will are not together. We're separated. We're just still officially married, but we ain't been together since 2016.
Yeah.
Right? Did anyone see that coming?
No.
Yes.
Like, right, we thought these two were happy still. I mean that with respect, but come on, respectfully, you lot weren't together.
Like, of course they weren't together. Like, go back and look at any interview that either of them have done for like the longest time. They've not referred to themselves as husband and wife. So when it's like, oh, you and your husband, and they
watch back.
Because I said that to you.
You said that to me. We was messaging. I watch back.
They always correct people, and they're like, we're life partners.
Yeah.
And in my head, I was like,
we're life partners. We're not married or we're lovers or it's like,
it was life
I love
partners.
her, but you can hear that almost that tone of voice. I love her and we will do what we can and we live a life that we live, but it's never, this is the one and only for me kind of energy, right?
For a long time.
Okay. I feel that she's gone out and said this. I feel that doing it when there's a need to promote the book, I wouldn't say it's foul, but it's on the line of a bit like a gut punch because you're doing it to promote the book.
How is it a gut punch? If he knows they ain't been together since 2016.
I know he knows.
And he has been doing his alternative stuff.
Privately.
Privately, whatever. He's been doing his own stuff.
Yeah.
She's been doing her stuff.
Yes, publicly. Publicly.
I'm so sorry. What is, do you know what? Let me not speak on these people like I know them because I don't. I was going to say something that like just everybody's been doing things in the public eye. Some people have been in films with their people and other people have been walking the red carpet with their people.
I like how you're not going to say Margot Robbie and Olga Styla, but it's fine. Will's been out there with Margot, apparently, allegedly. I don't know, but that was one of the articles. And August Alsina, we know because he came out with a whole album about it.
And they've come out and spoken about it.
Yeah.
The problem I think here is it's the same story that we've been listening to for like 3 years.
Okay.
So throughout the pandemic, August came out with his thing of like, oh, we had this situation.
Yeah.
They've then sat on the Red Table Talk. They've then broken it down. That's gone viral. People are like, the Jada and Will love, like, oh my days, she cheated on him. And the people have had dialogue about that.
Okay.
Then next minute, you've got the slap with Chris Rock that goes viral.
That hurt me, you know. I'm sorry.
It hurt me, and
it hurts even more knowing that you slap for someone you're not even with. But
I think that was it was a PR spin. Like I don't think he.
You think that wasn't raw emotion that took him up to slap Chris?
I think that at that point, Will had, and again, I don't know these people. I think at this point, Will had been. Can I swear?
Yeah.
People have been taking the piss out of Will for about 8-10 months.
Yeah.
And it was just the straw that broke the camel's back. And I think if you read his book, you can see the correlation as to, it was like, oh, and he's gone through a 30-year career of like a spotless what's it
perfection.
called? Like, do you know what I mean? And then this Will and Jada thing, I already know I'm not with you. For whatever reason, I can't come out and say, listen, we ain't even been together. She didn't cheat him. Do you know what I mean? I've done this. I'm playing my part. I'm playing my part.
Yeah.
And ironically, he, in his book, and it's a phenomenal book, in his book, he said that he always wanted to be the biggest movie star in the world.
Yes.
And we have to be careful about the things that we wish for and the things that we say and the words that we say. Because
I agree with that, yeah.
On the night that he arguably won at the biggest movie event.
Yeah, the Oscars,
Oscars, that was the night that he simultaneously destroyed his career, but at the same time became the biggest movie star in the world.
So like subconsciously or psychologically, there might be a part of him that, like, to not just get the award, but to amp this up even more, like, I've now become the biggest star in the world, but also either, whether it be self-sabotage or whether it be to add to that, I'm going to leave a real stamp on this, or like, where are you going with that bit?
I feel like it's more like, just be careful what you ask for, because the universe will give you what you ask for.
Okay.
Like, he did become the biggest movie star in the world. On the same night, he finally got the Oscar. He talks about that's what he wanted so much for his career. And on that same night, the person that he describes, this violent, this angry person that, like, he describes growing up, that his father was, like, in the book.
Yeah.
He is actually, it's like everything was just, like, coming together from, like, a spiritual, be careful, the universe will give you what he was the biggest movie star in the world, and that's what he spent the last 30 years trying to do, but it's like imploded. It's like a very deep spiritual,
I get, and I see what you're saying.
Is it kamikaze or cosmic timing of everything?
Where me, Trudge, I personally think he went up there and slapped the physical embodiment of Jada and just couldn't do it to Jada sitting right next to her. That's all I think, innit? I really think that after being ridiculed for so long, like, you can't listen, we're not together. Your side thing comes out and says what he says. Yeah, we've been having an entanglement and so on. Now I got to do your red table talk and sit down in your face because you can't keep your side pieces quiet. And now we got to have this conversation for public viewing. And everyone's looking at me like I'm sideways. And you're going to throw shots to me in this because you couldn't keep your side thing quiet. Then I get the night where I come out for an Oscar. And then I got this man ripping into you, which is a part of me that doesn't even know how to feel. I saw her, man. I saw her rubbing her head like a crystal ball at the Oscars, respectfully. I got to say respectfully. I saw her rubbing her head and that was her going, Will, slap that mother. That's what I think happened. You never see her scratch her head at the ball? She did that like a witch does, isn't it? Yeah, I'll go and slap that pussy old Chris right now. That's what it looked like. And he got up and he slapped Chris and sat down. And then she, I was surprised. Shut up, man.
Yeah, when she said that, she was like, I was surprised when he called me his wife. And I was like, girl, come on.
But me, all jokes aside, right? That slap for me, though, is recontextualized now after knowing they weren't even together. That for me is wild. Because I'll be honest, if we ain't together, let's say me and you've been together for a long time, and then we're amicable because we got kids, we got a business that we got to run, or a public persona, right? And someone rips into you. And really and truly, the joke weren't that deep now. When you really think about it, it was a joke about alopecia, which he referenced in a way which, to be fair, comedians at the Oscars have done worse. I'm not going to say that someone can't feel sensitive to that, but Will got up. Because he weren't him who got ripped on. It was his I want to say wife, but they weren't even together. His life partner. That they even getting down like that. He got up and he gave him that slap. And then sat down afterwards on the night he's nominated, bruv. It recontextualized the whole thing for me.
I just think it was all a PR thing, not the slap, but like I slapped him because Jada's been struggling with alopecia, and then like now it's like in her book.
Defending Jada,
but I just think that the whole family were being ridiculed since the red table and the entanglement. The whole family, and you know what?
Okay, yeah.
Whether they're together or not, whether they're husband and wife or not, whether they're lovers or not, whether they're just co-parenting, but not actually legally divorced.
Yeah,
it was just like, bro, this is my night. Like, let me just leave me alone.
Yeah, I hear that. Everything's been on, but the thing is, though, I hear it, but I can't get that night after now knowing that they weren't together. And I look at the joke. If you got onto me and my family about how me and my family run, if Chris had said something about August, then I'd be like, you're coming for me and how I feel. The man talked about her having a bald head.
But that's why it's the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, it's the tiny straw. On any other day, he'd be fine with it.
And on any other day,
I get it.
It's just been like, okay, Chris. Like, but also probably like the nerves and the pressure of like wanting to get the Oscar and it being such a big night as well. I just think it was just a cosmic thing of like, it was just. And then, you know, even since then, I don't know if you've seen like over the last couple of hours, Jada's come out and been like, you know, we've been since the slap, we've been working on things like But I just feel like, and you haven't seen this?
She says that as well.
Yeah, she literally went back.
I can't keep up with this woman, man.
They changed the story. But I just think it's a lot of PR stuff. And that's what I said to you. I said to you, we got to mind our business because.
I would love to if she wasn't. If I wake up every day and I go on socials to post content, or if I'm just looking at what's going on with the people around me, and the first thing I see is Jada says Tupac wanted to marry her. I'm like, again, every day is a new Jada story.
She's promoting a book. What is she supposed to do? Is she supposed to put a book out and then and not show up?
No, I hear you on that one. She's not. But remember we had this. I hear you. She's not supposed to put a book out and then sit like this. I get it. It's what sells. But let's be 100, right? You sent me one back and you were like, I get it now, man. This is getting long. I can't remember which one it was, but let's go down the line.
Allegedly. She didn't allegedly.
All right, fine. Allegedly.
No.
All right. It was Jada said they're not together. And we're like, whoa, is that what happened? Yeah. And then the next day, Chris Rock apparently wanted to go on a date with her after there was divorcing rumors. Yeah. We're like, okay, ooh, that's a lot. And people are like, that's why he got slapped. That's what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Then the next day, Tupac wanted to marry her. We're like, all right, enough, Jada, man. We know you got a book coming out. Let's all read it in the book. Just leave us alone. The next day after that, it was another one. Jada sold crack. I'm like, what are we doing now? Can you shut up, please? It's too much of this now, Jada. And that's why for me, I hear you. She's got to do the PR thing, right? Yeah. That's why, though, I can feel like it's getting a bit too much. Because every day, like, let's be honest, how have you not, all of us in here, every day woken up and gone, what's Jada done now? Like, haven't we all done that on our timeline? There's always, every day, it's a new thing. That's why people have been making the memes like, Jada comes out and says she never ever met Will Smith. Like, all those things that have, like, people are taking the piss out of. Jada comes out and says, I didn't want to tell him, but I'm actually Tupac. It's all of those things. No, that was was that not one of them?
No, I believe like one of the memes. Just like, the memes are wild.
The memes are going ham. There's one that I saw and I thought it was so disrespectful, right? Like, rest in peace to Tupac, the legend he is, right? But yo, you've been brought to life several times because of her bringing your name up and so on, right? There was one where there's a picture of Tupac. It was when he was in Vegas in the car, and it's him and Suge Knight. I think this is just before he got murdered, right? Someone took that picture and then put around this area, Jada's head slightly peeking over like the car like that. I was like, nah, this is going way too far. It was, let me find it. I'm sure someone sent it to me. It's gone way too far. But the thing is, the reason why people are doing that is not because they want like to go after Jada, is they feel that Jada's been doing the absolute most either. Like, I think, I just 50 Cent's one who posted it as well.
Oh gosh. Oh my days.
Trudge, I'm going to send it to you. Right? Trudge, I'm going to send it to you. 50 put it up.
That's actually very
There you found it. Bro,
for God's sake. It's very
yo. The worst thing is it's 50 Cent who posted it. 50's got no chill.
None.
No chill. I love it. I love that energy. I love that energy.
I feel like you could match his energy.
Me? Nah. I keep things very calm. People think that when I do my own podcast and I say it's respectfully, the idea is I'm about to be disrespectful because I say it. Anything I say after I say respectfully might get a bit disrespectful. That's me saying it because I may say something that's over the line, but actually in my heart of hearts, I'd rather keep respectful. But I'm going to push the line a little bit, but not intentionally go, let me be an edgelord. I'm not that person.
No, but I mean more in less so, and you are who you are.
Yes.
Like behind the scenes and on camera. Mm-hmm. But just behind the scenes, there's just a little bit
I'm rude. I'm out of order behind the scenes.
And that's the 50. That's the 50.
So there's one argument that me and Malika had that was basically what Would Jada be Jada if she wasn't with Will?
No, right.
And would Will be Will if he wasn't with Jada? Because the reason we went down that line was because I was asking, why does she have to keep promoing, attaching to 2 other names, mainly when it comes to her promo? All of her promo has been like Tupac, the thing that the person that everyone loved, who's now passed. Will, the person that is a legendary actor who everyone loves. And all the promo for the book has been Will, Tupac, right? And I kept looking at thinking the reason she had to do that is because, with all respect, if it was off the back of just her, I don't think people would like be paying much attention. It wouldn't be like loud. I don't think all these memes that are being made would not be made if she wasn't talking about Will and all the controversies around being with Will and Tupac and all of the stuff around like, were you together, were you not, how close and connected were you? If she didn't push that to sell the book, would any of you know that she had a book that's coming out? And would any of you be this interested to either buy the book or talk about it? And like, I don't think we would, me personally. I really don't. Let's be honest. When we think of Jada, we think of all the controversies recently that's happened with Jada. When we think of Will, we think of Will not just as someone who's married and there's been a few controversies, but we still hold Will in that high stead where he is the face of the 90s. He is Mr. Fresh Prince. He is Grammy award winning before even having Fresh Prince. Will, he's Independence Day. He's Men in Black. He's Enemy of the State. He's, well, we ignore Wild Wild West, but he's, you know what I mean? He's all these things. It's here and I like it. Dun, 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 dun. He has a whole year named after him, Millennium. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's Will Smith like that.
Is that what you were just singing?
Yeah, it's here and I like it. Dun, 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 dun. That's the bit that Cisco sings, isn't it? Yeah.
Right, okay.
Right. But even still, he's that guy. Without like having those 2 anchors, will she be able to sell the book? Be honest. Would you know much about the book coming out?
I think that okay, so because we spoke about this, you know my opinions. I do think it's a little bit unfair that it's like Jada wouldn't be Jada without Will, or like, and in terms of present day, like what we know now, like I actually think it would be more advantageous of her to not talk about Will and Tupac and make that be the basis of her book. Because,
I would love that.
Because that's love that. I think that would have been better. However, she's come out with, there's 5 PR stories which they've picked, obviously because they know that there's clickbait.
Yeah.
That book is probably like 300 pages. There's more than just those 4 or 5 stories of the proposal. I'm sure it's a lot more interesting. And genuinely, I just don't think she's doing anything that any other person in the limelight that has a product to sell is doing.
I don't think it's wrong, but like I said before, if you're doing this to sell, for us to be consumers, we have the right as consumers to go, I'm reviewing this because I've bought it, or here's my reasons why I don't want to buy into it.
We agreed on that. Yes, or no?
We did. We agreed on that one.
All right.
I believe that if you're going to sell something to me, it's not me prying into your private business. You're giving it to me, right? If you put something on social media, on a public platform for people to like or dislike, if someone likes it, it's because you've given them the opportunity for them to like it. If it's a picture that's hidden, and then you hack into my phone, you've breached my privacy. You've done what you can to go past the barriers of what I've tried to keep private. My girl's every morning going, what can I do to fire up the timeline? I guarantee Monday, if the book comes out tomorrow, right? If the book comes out tomorrow, we record this on Tuesday, the podcast comes out on Wednesday. So if the book comes out today, if there's a post today when this episode comes out and it's about Jada Pinkett-Smith, it's going to be Will, it's going to be Tupac, it's going to be August Alsina, right? That's the one I'm waiting for.
I very much doubt that August isn't even going to get a name check in that book.
In the book, I guarantee he will. Guarantee. You can't avoid.
Are you going to buy the book?
I'll buy it, you know. I will buy it. Or if she's done an audio version, I drive a lot. If she's doing an audio version, I'll drive a lot so I can listen to it, right?
I'm not going to buy the book. I don't think I'm going to buy the book.
That's a big chapter in your life. You pull the man up, your husband up, around the table so you can talk about entanglements, right? You cannot avoid the cultural impact of that in COVID, when we all sat there thinking, everyone's at home, what's going on?
I remember watching it. It was mad.
Do you see what I'm saying? We all sat there.
Such a moment.
We were analysing Will's face.
Literally.
Like, remember the face though?
It was...
So you can understand from all of our perspective, we're sitting there going, yo, this is different. This is the moment we realised that the Smiths, or the Pinkett-Smiths rather, where they used to be goals, they're not that anymore. That's the main moment that all of us used to, after where I looked to them and said, they are relationship goals, had to take that out and say, no.
Listen, anybody who makes a celebrity
their relationship goals, it's silly.
Goals is insane because we don't know what's going on.
Like, with, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There are so many celebrity relationships that are PR stunts. And I think this is why I give you so much pushback, because you are sensible.
I am.
Allegedly on some days.
We mean allegedly, it's real. Come on.
On a day or two, once or twice a week. You are sensible, you are intelligent, and you work in the industry. So when certain stunts happen and they're clearly publicity stunts.
Yes.
And then you have a reaction to it.
Yes.
Like if we speak, do you know what I mean about it? My thing is just like, I don't even really have an opinion on half of this stuff because 9 times out of 10, it's just a publicity stunt.
All right, let me ask you, with these things, let's say Jada and Will, do we think that this is a planned publicity stunt that they put out there and do, or is it this is what's going on and they go, damn, all right, how can we flip what's going on and make this into something like publicity?
I think it's a little bit of both because genuinely so obviously she came out last week and said, we've been separated for 7 years. Yeah. The timeline's been going crazy about that.
Yeah, of course.
And like, shut up, Jada. Like, we don't want you just all loads of negative press.
Yeah.
Not me personally, because I still love the Smiths.
You still love the Smiths, okay.
I do. I respect everybody.
Pinkett-Smith Shakur's.
Okay, everybody, yeah. Mm-hmm. And, but yeah, so then, like I said, the clip that I sent today, where she comes out and she's talking to the same host that she was talking to last week, Hoda Codby or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So she's gone back there a week later, which you and I know from an entertainment situation, they're never going to have you back in the same spot.
So quickly, no way.
Within the 5 days of each other, but whatever.
Yeah.
And Hoda's like, so are you guys working on things? And she was like, yeah, from the slap, since the slap, we've been in therapy and we are much more close. And she was like, so does this mean you guys are not getting a divorce? And she's like, we're not getting a divorce.
Wait,
and then Hoda's like, oh, but so this means you're back to being husband and wife? And she was just like, yeah, no, we're just, I promise you.
All the PR stuff, man.
So this is what I'm trying to say. And like, even the fact of like, me and Will, we haven't been together for 7 years. People are like, but hold on a second, Will slapped Chris for you last year. And then the response is, but Chris did ask me out when he thought, oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of PR stuff going on and there's absolutely truth underneath it all.
Yes.
But you see me, I just look at two people like they've just grown apart and that's okay.
Cool. And not everyone's traditional enough to do what everyone else does. But I don't even know if tradition's a word. Not everyone's going to go, well, let's split up and separate because they may be okay with being married and that's their setup, but they live their life separately. Hold on. what was that one you had up there a minute ago, Trudge? You said, this is what I want to read. Will Smith has perfect 2-word response to Jada Pinkett-Smith's bombshell claims.
Oh, you haven't seen this?
Was his notifications off? Is that it?
I think so, yeah. Yes.
Isn't that the one where is it a video or a picture of him?
Yeah, it is.
Notifications off. Yeah. Is that one where he's like on some boat somewhere? Yeah. And I saw that.
And then she commented underneath it, like clapping hands or
there it is, laughing. What for? Go away, man.
No, I just think that she's getting too much slack for a relationship that they both participate in.
I hear that.
And that is it. And you're going to be like, I know you're on your girl power shit, your woman shit. I'm not
saying you are.
They ain't my mates. I don't know them.
No, I'm not saying you're on your girl power thing. I'm saying whatever they do in their life is up to them. When it becomes public to us, in that moment, that's where we can go, what are you lot doing? That's all I think. I think, you see what happened with August Alsina came out, right? And he was doing his thing. I looked at him like the biggest clown, right? I was like, bruv, you're out here trying to get clout from saying that you got down with Jada. When Jada and Will ain't said nothing yet, I just thought, all right, cool. things like that happen in the industry all the time. It's when my girl said, ladies and gentlemen, here on the red table is my husband Will. And then he sat down and spoke about it. I was like, all right, this is turning into you lot becoming clowny because this is now private stuff that's come out that you have now, on a subscription platform, wanted us to watch and so on. Then I started to see like just how their life is and just went, well, they do their thing and it is what it is. Then this book comes out and I'm like, she's on a press run again. When it comes to that kind of stuff, it does feel between the two of them that she does the most of telling what's going on or using her platforms to advertise all the things that we as people would look at and go, keep that private, that's you lot. She does the most to advertise that stuff. Whereas Will doesn't seem to be doing that. Like, let's be honest, we don't know solidly. We can assume that if they've been separated for that long and Will's Will, he's definitely had some fun elsewhere, yeah? There's been alleged people that no one knows for sure. But no one has heard Will sit here and go, yeah, you see this? We had our little entanglement or our little shoelace tie-up or whatever you want to call it. No one's done that from Will's side. So it just sometimes feels funky. It's not man versus woman thing. If it was the other way around, I'd be like, Will, shut up. Stop speaking.
But she didn't wake up and start telling people.
No, August did. That's why I said he was corny at the beginning.
But the thing is, I don't even think August was corny. If I've had a relationship with you and I'm not over it and I want to talk about my experience, guess what she's going to do?
Are you talking about what August does? Or?
No, but yeah, I'm going to come out and talk. I'm going to come and talk. I'm going to come and tell you my story. Like, that's his story to tell. Those are his emotions. That was his relationship. Again, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know what they experienced. Do you know what I mean? It could have been like a really deep thing.
It could have been.
And I believe it probably was. And I think that maybe she was getting her groove back and that's okay too.
You say groove or groom? Which one? I just want to double check.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Did she get her groom back or a groove back?
Groove.
Okay, cool. Because she's like 20 years old. Never mind.
Listen,
anyway.
You know, anyway, I was going to say something. Let me just stop myself.
Wait, if you were Jada's age, all right, let's come up with this though. If you were Jada's age, could you date someone 20 years younger?
Absolutely not.
Why not? Get your groove back.
I can get my groove back with some. I've never dated.
And I don't mean like now. I mean, Jada's age. Not now, because that would be wrong. Now would be wrong. Remember, how old you are, 20 years down would be wrong. I'm talking Jada's like late 40s.
No. Yes, but no. Like, even if I was 40s, 30s, like I've never been out with somebody who's younger than me. Like, I've only ever gone out with people that are older than me. There was like one guy that I dated and we were like this. He was like the same age as me, like a couple of months apart.
So you've only dated older?
I've only dated older.
So you like him like sugar daddy, innit?
Absolutely.
It makes a noise for Malika being honest about that. Yeah, she likes the man that go on holiday on cruises. Malika, big up yourself.
I like emotional availability and emotional maturity.
You like emotional money in that bank from men who have had wives that have already gone and they've got no one else to spend it on.
No.
Sugar daddy Malika.
No, please.
What's the oldest?
No, I was going to say, what's the oldest?
How many years older?
Do you know what? This is not going to sound too bad.
Go on.
Okay, fine. When I was 19, I dated this guy who was 26.
That's not bad.
No, it is. It's really bad. When I got to 60, it's so funny. I've literally not seen him for like 10 years and I bumped into him at the weekend. It was so random.
Yeah.
But like when I got to 26, my age, I looked at 19 and I was like,
yeah.
And I know it's different for men and women, but like there are certain things that like, it's not good. It's not. It's a real.
I hear you on that. I'm not saying
really bad.
I'm not saying that there isn't an evidential gap between the two where you could look at him and go, whoa. I'm thinking more the legalities of it. When I hear 19 and 26, if that's when you started. I'm not hearing that going, all right, they're breaking the law and they're out of certain environments.
No.
I'm thinking, because you could meet a 26-year-old when you're at university.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. You could be 19 and meet a 26-year-old and you're both at university in the same year because he might have gone back to uni. And in those environments, I get it.
Yeah.
I also know that there are women who are 19, they might be more mature in their age, maybe and they would project emotionally and mentally like their mid-20s, where even someone who is 26 can still be a kid at 23 mentally. Yeah. And it wouldn't seem off-key that two people have similarities age-wise, when it's like 19 and 26. So from that aspect, I understand. When I'm 26, looking back at a 19-year-old, I do see what you're saying then as well.
Yeah.
But have you ever not looked at someone, if you're 26, who might be 19, 20, 21, and looked at them and gone, you really project as much more maturer rather than being 5-6 years younger than me?
No, because I don't know. I've got younger brothers.
Yeah,
so,
of course, yeah.
Like, it's just like, do you know what I mean?
I hear that, yeah.
Because me and both of my younger brothers, like, we're very close. But, you know, like, me and Alfie, like, that's my guy. I mean, Ramel's my guy too. Let me not. I don't
you have to keep doing that, innit? Trudge, that's twice now that she's done that, right? Yeah, you see my cousin, I love her. The other one I love. But yeah, I'm talking about this one. Yeah, you see, Ramel, like, Alfie, me and him are like this. Ramel, you're my guy.
No,
but
Ramel,
Alfie and me are like this.
Let me explain. Ramel.
I like Alfie as well, but
Ramel, exactly. You've met, I don't think you've met
I've never met Ramel, but I've met Alfie, yeah.
Ramel is like so unproblematic.
Yeah.
He don't call me for nothing. We don't argue. He's like so chill. He's I want to say, dare I say it, perfect.
Okay.
He little bit don't call back because rude, and I have to send him an abusive text message. Then he'll call me laughing. I'll
Fair
be like,
dude,
do you know what I mean? But like, he's so unproblematic.
Okay.
Alfie, my days.
Alfie's my guy. Alfie, you're my guy. Big up you. Alfie is a don. I rate Alfie so much.
I love Alfie.
I love Alfie. He's such a vibe.
But they both are. Like, Ramel's just very chilled, and Alfie is more animated.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But I say that to say, like, Alfie's 20 now, and Ramel's 20. He's just the rudest thing ever.
Wow.
He's a big man. But like, even just the idea of like dating somebody, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
around that age. Of course,
not my brothers, obviously.
But someone around that age is like, wow,
just like,
you're going to compare them to the age group of your siblings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And both of my brothers are very mature for their age. Very, very mature.
But still younger.
But they're still babies.
Yeah.
So when I think of it from that perspective, I'm just like, but that's not to say I wouldn't date somebody that's like 7 years older than me now. But also
7 years older than you now is not that bad.
I mean, it's too old for me. It's too old for me. Like, I just need someone a year or two older.
7 years older than you now is still within, the same kind of, when you sign a form that says like 25 to 35, 35 to 40, whatever it is, it's still in the same bracket. Yeah. So it's not like wild now. When you're in your 30s, and let's say you're 35, you date someone who's 42, 7 years, that's seen all the time now. So
exactly.
Yeah. So wait, I have to ask before I move into the next thing. You got two younger brothers, right?
Yes.
How old is Ramel?
22.
I'll say they're both adults, right? How do you feel knowing like you got younger brothers that they're now in the adult world? So they're doing adult things. I'm not just talking dating, but I'm talking in the world of working, in the world of like just how people will perceive you as an adult, they perceive them. How do you feel as a big sister looking at the two younger ones like that?
Well, they're not their children.
See but come on. All right, this Alfie, I'm on your side when I say this. Their children, think of what you was up to at 20. That's what Alfie's doing.
28-year-old.
28-year-old. Alfie's doing that right now. The teacher that he liked at school, right now he's linking her up on Tinder. Big up yourself, Alfie, man. He is. Alfie's he's a sweet boy. So he can get what he wants and he's doing his thing. Well done.
So bless Alfie. I talk about him all the time, putting his business out there, but who cares? So Alfie
see, big sister privilege though, isn't it?
Alfie tells me so many things, and I have to say to him, listen, I'm not your mate. Don't talk to me about these things. I want to know. Like Alfie doesn't understand. Like, he's so honest and so, like, he'll literally tell you everything. Ramel, I won't know.
Blood from a stone, innit? Yeah.
I will not know nothing about that guy until he's 3 kids deep, married and bought a house.
I respect that, That's the energy that I like to see people.
About this guy. But in terms of like their work, like Alfie's still finding his feet. Like Ramel's really successful.
Yeah.
We actually joke because he's actually a video director.
Oh, nice.
And like he's actually really quite successful. Because he does stuff with, like, he done a video with Gigs the other day. So
sick.
I was at a Top Boy event and I ended up meeting Gigs. I've met him before, but I ended up meeting Gigs. So I was telling Ramel about it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, you should have told him that. You know me. You should have told him you're my sister. I said, hold on a second. You know Gigs? And he's like, yeah, he follows me on Instagram. I said, you know what?
Swear down, like, see there?
He's done a video for him. I think he did one with like Skepta and K-Trap that came out.
Yeah.
Like he's
active. He's working.
Yeah, but that's why I say, like, he's cool. He doesn't call me I don't think that boy's called me to borrow money off me once, like, ever.
That's good. That's raised well. That's good.
I'm so proud of him.
But because of that also, because he's so good at keeping himself afloat, he also can keep his life separate from having to be too public. He's good. Everything's good.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear that. I respect that. So you've got, okay. Well, they're good. They're adults. They're doing their thing. You can't really say nothing. They're not your children. But they're not children in general. They're not your babies, no more, nothing.
Yeah, but like I mean, I'm old enough to be their mum. Like I've raised them. Do you know what I mean? Like so I do feel like an ownership or like autonomy over them.
You gotta let it go.
I'm
gotta let it go. When they start
working on it,
you gotta let it go. They're like, I'm the youngest of my sibling, right? So, but he's never felt like some daddy figure over me in that sense. There's a 10-year gap. It's not gonna. I don't feel like he's got some overlord kind of, you're my little one to me, because I'm bigger than him. I've always been for a long time. I've been broad.
I've met your brother before.
Yes, you have, right? I've been broad and big and so on, and he's not like tall and big like that. He's not tiny, but to me and him, two different sizes. You can kind of see it in that sense. So it's kind of hard calling your big brother like your big brother when also you look like you can eat him alive kind of thing. With all respect, big up Yogi, you know it's all love when I say that. But because I've been like that for a long, long time, I don't think he looks at me like the kid. Only when I was really a kid, like 12, 13, 14, did he look at me and go, kid, because he was 23, 24, them kind of ages.
Okay.
So yeah, you got to let that go. It will go.
Do you know what? No, I don't think it will, but I think it's because of the environment that I've been raised in. So my dad will literally like call me like baby. Yeah. Like my dad's very much that. Even when I went to see like my uncle, Rick Clark, when I went to see Uncle Derek in Barbados a couple of years ago, it was so funny because as soon as I got there, he was just like, baby, he called my auntie, and he was like, baby on board. Like they had like this code name, and like this was just before the pandemic. So like 4 years ago, like I definitely wasn't.
So you weren't a baby?
I was nobody's baby.
Nah, you still a big woman.
Do you know what
in that 40 plus age bracket?
Be kind. See, there's that toxic.
You're not 40 nothing.
Behavior.
You're not 40 nothing. You don't look it either. So even if you did, then there you go.
But yeah, like, and even my older brother, he's like, oh, you're just a baby. Like, it's very much, but I was the youngest for like 13 years with Ramel and then like 16 years with Alfie.
Fair enough.
So I was the baby for a long time.
Until you were a teen.
And then, until I was a teen.
Yeah.
And then both my mum and dad decided that they wanted to have kids again. So.
Fair enough. It will come out. You see them walking down the aisle and then they got wife and then wife carrying baby and all sorts. You can't call that my little baby. You'd be like, shut up, man. Move, man. Move, man. Let me cut my cake, man. Leave me alone.
I'm going to take your word for it.
It will. All right. Let me throw one here that came to mind. I got to get his name correct, right? Have you looked Brian Mwenda? Have you seen that?
Nah.
Brian Mwenda, the fake lawyer who won 26 cases. Type it in Brian, like Brian, and Mwenda, Mwenda, right? He's a fake lawyer. I can't remember. I think he's in Kenya, right? Can you see it? Brian Mwenda, right? This guy pretended to be a lawyer, right? And he basically won every case that he was a lawyer for. But they found out he hasn't got a license to do law or to practice law. So now all them cases, like, they got to get thrown out. There we go. Black brother as well. My guy. No, but I feel like if you can win them cases, why do you have to be a lawyer? Like, really and truly, you've won the cases. 26 of them as well. My man got the barrister hat on his head and everything as well. I respect it. Where's this here? Brian Mwenda, a young Kenyan accused of impersonating a high court lawyer, was Tuesday grilled, at the whoever wrote this cannot write properly. Directorate of Criminal Investigation in Nairobi. I thought this was funny. This man pretended to be a lawyer. I won 26 cases, right? Imagine, like, now, those cases, the ones that he had won, I don't know if he was a defense or if it was prosecution. He'd have to be defense, not prosecution. If it's like a case where it's the people versus, he'd have to be defense. He won 26 cases. On some Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
I'm going to tell you something off air. But Yeah, I guess they're going to have to throw all of those cases out.
No, as far as I'm concerned, if a man can win 26 and he cheated the system needs to wake up and look at itself and go, yo, we messed up. 26 cases.
Do you think he deserves to go to jail?
Him. What did he do wrong? Is what would be my question.
He impersonated a citizen of the court, of like the law, like
I hear that.
The Queen's Court or the King's Court, you know?
I hear that. But the only thing I think he should go jail for is if he lost the case for people that he's having to defend, and they might go jail. If he lost that case, then yes.
Like,
but if he won it...
I don't think he should. I don't. Because I'm very much like...
You like, scam the system, I know. Right? I can see it. You're very like, scam the system. Come on, black man. Do what you can to all these people. I get it. I see you. Yeah, don't feel uncomfortable, Trudge. So I get what you're saying. But for me, if he lost the case, go jail. But he won all of them. It's everyone else's job to prove without a shadow of a doubt, if he's defense, to prove without a shadow of a doubt that they believe that the person he's defending is guilty. He was able, as a lawyer, to trick the system and win these cases, which means if he won the cases and the people that he beat the cases for were innocent, he done them a solid. If they were guilty, he knew the law enough to throw everybody else off, including the jurors who had to convict and the judge who has to like watch the case. He was able to throw everyone else off enough that when that has happened, no one can sit here and go, you're not doing this correctly. I don't care about the license. He is skilled. And if you're skilled in that way of knowing the law, where you've got a judge that's supposed to be making sure you stay in line, you got prosecution. If you're defense, if you've got prosecution that's supposed to look at you and go, well, hold on, you can't say that. You can't do that. If you're able to do that in a court of law and no one's pulled up on this after 26 wins, you're doing all right, bro. You're better than a lot of lawyers. Let's be 100% clear on that one.
But he didn't do the due diligence. So it doesn't matter if you read all the books. Yeah. You didn't do the exam. Like, or maybe he did the exam and he failed the exam. But the point is,
he could have.
That's like saying just because you drove a car without having a license, you made it to your destination without any crashes.
If I get to my destination, you can't pull me up for that drive that I did because I got here. If you catch me in the act driving, then that's the law. But you can't pull me up for use that I was driving.
So how did he get caught?
Lord knows how. If it was in the middle of like case 27, then yeah. Let me scroll up. Hold on. Let's see. Kenyan authorities, is it there? Mwanda's cover was blown when Nairobi branch of the Law Society of Kenya started receiving complaints from the general public. The Nairobi branch, see, they're snitches. The Kenyans are snitches. Bruv, you know right now you're snitches. The Nairobi branch acted right away, categorically stating that Mwenda was not an authorized advocate and that he lacked the necessary license to practice as a lawyer in Kenya. This man weren't practicing though. This man was delivering.
No, hold on a second. Okay. I love that. That was energy.
Thank you.
But it says practicing as a lawyer in Kenya.
He might be a lawyer elsewhere. Was he able to be a lawyer elsewhere? That's what I want to know. I'm not going to lie, this man's giving South London vibes.
He's very much giving English.
Look at look at the trim, look at the beard, look at the face, bruv. He's giving, look at the chain on his right wrist. He's giving South London vibes. So he might have already learned how to be a lawyer in the UK. Here we go. Judges, only pose illegal, Does it say that he was able to practice law elsewhere?
Indian authorities have arrested a fake lawyer falsely.
So
I bet you any money.
He's passed the bar somewhere else.
He's done,
Brian, I shouldn't be clapping for criminals, but Brian, bruv.
No, we clap.
Bruv, we clap for Leonardo DiCaprio and Catch Me If You Can. Brother, you did your thing.
Oh, mate,
you did your thing.
Love that.
That's what I'm saying. You did your thing. So I can't even put a man down. And he won the cases for the people. So well done to him, man. Big up yourself. Brian Mwenda, there we go.
Real life Better Call Saul.
Right then, there you go. Go on, give me another one on your side, bro.
I have something quite interesting. Bed bugs.
Bed bugs! Do you have any bed bugs?
Absolutely not.
Have you ever had bed bugs?
I don't think so.
Have you ever been in a hotel with bed bugs?
No.
I don't know if I have, but I've seen when you wake up and you might see a bite on you somewhere. And I'm thinking...
And you're not in Jamaica and it's definitely not a
I'm talking like I'm in Premier Inn. Yeah, no, not Premier, sorry. I redact that. I'm in Travelodge. Dirty Travelodge. Now, they owe me money, innit? Dirty Travelodge. But in fact, I can tell you the story why they owe me money. Two occasions. Years ago, I go Travelodge. It was me and my ex now, obviously we were together back then. We go Travelodge. I'm staying down there because I got a gig and she's got to drive off for work where she drives around the country. So I stay in the Travelodge, right? We get there late because I finish my gig, get to that hotel. We go in that Travelodge. It's one in Acton or Park Royal rather. I can't remember, one of the two, that area. We go in it, sleep, wake up. After we didn't notice this the night before because it wasn't happening the night before, but when we wake up the next day, we go into the sink, run the water comes out the tap, brown. Turn on the shower, brown, everything's brown. We can't shower or get ourselves ready in this, right? So I go downstairs and say, yo, my guy, brown. Everything's brown. He comes up, he looks at it, he goes, all right, my bad. We go downstairs and I say to him what the room is, my account, all of that stuff. He gives me his name so I can then lodge a complaint. It's logged on their system, register the complaint, so at least it's on their system. So they check the system, it's all there. I lodge that complaint. This must have been end of 2021. All now, man ain't seen his refund, you know?
Listen.
All now. That's the first time. Second time now, I'm like, I can't stay at a Travelodge. Second time now. I go to a Travelodge. It's one that's in East London. This is before I do a UKG brunch. This is like 6 months later, I think, beginning of 2022, something like that, or maybe like summer of 2022. I go to the one that's near East London. I'm going to do a UKG brunch, which is at Steelyard. So I'm going from like the edge of East London, or like edge of East London, South East, like near, I can't remember the area, but like near where Canning Town is, right? Mm-hmm. I stay at this hotel. I get in the hotel. It's like, I'm after one gig. It's like 11:30, 12 o'clock. Park my car, go in the hotel. I go in my room. 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe 2:30 in the morning, fire alarm goes off. I don't mind that if it's a real fire, you know, safety and thing. The fire alarm's going off. We go downstairs. I go to reception. Yo, everyone's down there. But the fire alarm's still going off. And we're waiting to hear for them to turn it off so we can go upstairs. The system's faulty. It's a new building. The fire alarm is going off and they have they can't find where the trigger is. So it's going off and it's going off. Fire brigade people come in. They can't find where the trigger is. They can't pull it off in the system because they try to pull it off. As soon as they pull it off, it goes off again somewhere. So they have to investigate the whole building. Everyone that had a car slept in their car until like 6 a.m. That's 4 hours of sleeping in our car. Everybody wants a refund, innit? Everybody. I lodged a complaint and I compounded it with the previous complaint saying, yo, you lot owe me money for 2 stays at a Travelodge. It's 2023 now, isn't it? Yeah? Nearly 2024. I ain't seen a penny back and they ain't responded to me. I remember emailing them, then calling them 3 months later and then having to email them. I'm in the gym, I called them one time saying, yo, it's been 6 months since you lot replied to my first one. I got to lodge another complaint. What's going on here, man? And they're on the phone to me saying, oh, we see the logs, we're so sorry, etc., etc. We're going to get back to you in 1 week's time. Oh, now, bruv, I ain't seen nothing. Now.
You got time. You need to just call your bank, and do a chargeback. Like it's
so far back now.
But that's a you problem.
This is how all right, maybe I'm stupid. I didn't know you could call your bank to say, yo, I need a chargeback on that payment.
No, but like obviously you have to have proof and stuff.
But the proof that I have is logged on their system.
Oh,
right then.
So that's why you always got to record them bad boys, and sometimes they like to get froggy and leave and be like,
I did the whole story.
Like, don't put your camera on me.
Listen,
don't put your camera on me.
I did the whole story.
No, but wait, do you know what you do? You just put the camera down.
Yeah, and have it facing upwards.
Or you just get their name
All
tag.
right. So I'm going to put in my name and Travelodge on Twitter, right?
You gotta call me.
I turned into a Karen, you know. I went on Twitter.
Sometimes you have to.
Listen, I went on Twitter and I started doing up stories, right? I'm going to find this. It was funny. And you could see how the fire alarm's going off. And they tried to contact me on Twitter when they realized, oh, this guy's got some followers. And they tried to speak to me. And they messaged me in my inbox. I'm like, oh, we're sorry about what's been going on, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Let's continue, right? And let's get this down. Listen, all now, mate, it's so bad. Here we go. Travelodge. I'll read the story to you.
Okay.
And then we're going to bed bugs. I'm sorry, I know we're diverting, but I have to. Here we go. It was a lot. Here you go. A thread about the skullduggeries you have to go through when trying to contact or make a complaint with Travelodge UK. This was early 2023. Yeah, I got into my bag, innit? Skullduggeries is what I said. So this is a thread. Here we go. October 2021, I stay at Travelodge Acton. The shower and sink has brown water coming out of the taps. I got downstairs, manager comes up, peeps the nasty and says, my bad, I'm going to put that on the account and a refund is coming. I'm like, and then the gift says, that's reasonable. December 2021, that's 2 months later from October 2021. My refund ain't coming. So I'm like, yo, liberties. I call customer service. The wait was wild, like 90 minutes, but I have to play ball. Get through, and I'm directed to complain through the website to open a case. So I did. They say they respond in 7 days, right? I take a screenshot of that. December 2021. 9 business days later, they respond asking for details. That ain't bad for response time. It's 9 days. I give DL, send pics, drop names like manager on duty, the usual. And I got everything logged nicely, case number, everything. It's feeling good right now. And that's the gift that I use for the feeling good. It's all right. Looks good. Feels all right. 31st of January 2022. Please count the gap, right? Please count the gap. I ain't heard gunshot from these people. I know you ain't busy like that. Christmas is done, rude boy. It's January. Everyone's back to work. So I jump back on the email thread and say, on the 31st of January, hi, Travelodge. Hope all is well. You got to be nice a little bit.
Of course.
It's been 7 weeks since any response to this customer service report. This issue has been outstanding since 5th of October, and this is now becoming less than understandable. Could someone please get back to me regarding this? Thank you in advance, Aurie. April 2022. Nothing. No response. I'm looking in the mirror every day thinking, am I a dickhead? I must be. It must be me. Like, on principle, I'm emailing again, but I had to call a friend. Translate my words so that HR department can understand. Look how the big HR words came out, right? Hi, Travelodge. I'm absolutely appalled by this.
Nice energy.
You know the one there? You know the way there?
Yeah.
And the 2 uses of the A is absolutely appalled. All right, listen. It's been 6 months since the issue and there has been no resolution, no contact, no confirmation, no refund, right? Nothing come back. Spiritually, I have to accept defeat and do my best to never stay with them ever again. But internally, I'm raging. Just like that, kicking down the door and all sorts. That was what, April 2022? So I'm spiritually like calm. July 2022, I get a last minute late night booking with an early booking the next morning. I can't drive back home and back in time. I'm looking at every hotel in the area. They're all booked up, except, you guessed it, Travelodge. So reluctantly, I book it and I hope for the best. 15th to the 16th of July, 2022. Travelodge, London, Docklands, new build hotel, so it won't be that bad, surely. And then this happens. Listen, this is the video. That is the sound of the alarm going off. Look at the time in the video, please. 5:12, right? So the alarm's still going off 5:12. And I said, and this ain't a quick alarm test. No. Because the building was new. This alarm has not only gone off. There was a fault in the system and the staff of the fire brigade can't switch it off. So all the customers are now where 45 minutes later? Look at the lobby. Look at the lobby. Do you understand me? Right? Oh, no, I was mad. And it gets more exciting.
I would be.
And it gets more exciting because now we aren't allowed back in our rooms. So here's a video of me at 6:20. Where do all of us go to sleep until they can fix the issue? You guessed it.
Tesla designed this to happen. I never knew.
That's in my car. I put the back seats down and I slept from the back seat to the boot. That's how Teslas are designed. So you can sleep in the boot, right? It's called camp mode, right?
Oh, okay.
Thank God for me having that, yeah?
Okay.
17th of July, 2022. I am sure Travelodge are going to do right by us this time because everyone was told at the hotel that this has been logged and refunds are coming. I logged my case as previously instructed and reminded them of the first case. I'm hopeful. I know what you're thinking. You are bearably naive. It's when Ultron says it in Avengers Age of Ultron. October 2022. A whole carnival, Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and school holiday later. And near the anniversary of the first complaint, I'm still trying to follow procedure. And I'm polite. I even hoped I even hoped they was well, right? I started with, hi, Travelodge staff. Hope all is well. This is getting crazy now. 2 cases raised. One is a year old in 3 days, and the other is 3 months old, and I haven't heard anything. Please can someone trudge through the 2 cases and get back to me. I have contacted so many times, and it feels like this is just being palmed off. A year is too long. Regards, Aurie. Why I tweet this today? So I forgot about these skullduggeries, right?
It's the skullduggery.
Right, this is why I tweeted this today. This is the 8th of February 2023. Why do I tweet this today? So I forgot about these skullduggeries because I've been busy, but for some reason, it just popped in my mind. I said, let me call Travelodge direct. Maybe the ombudsman have clarted them and they've changed and updated for the better since because somebody else has complained. I called their customer services, and to be fair, the wait weren't long. Got through, and the most delightful woman said, sorry, we don't deal with customer complaints, but you can access the live chat directly on the website. Me. I go to the website, and guess what the website doesn't have? You guessed it, a live chat. Right? It literally says it here. Travelodge UK does not offer customer support through live chat. For any problems, please contact the number that I've been phoning already. So Aurie Styla again says, I've tried emailing, I've tried calling, I've tried Twitter, I've tried speaking at the desks, I've tried carrier pigeons, I've tried telepathy. I've tried everything. So I say this to ask an important question. How do I control my rage and high blood pressure caused by Travelodge UK taking me for an insert word for the past 18 months? FYI, my word of choice starts with an A and has 3 syllables. I'll give you a hint. I don't have one, you do. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That is the thread that I made for that. I say this to say I will never stay at Travelodge ever again if I don't have to. It is like hell, as you can imagine.
I mean, I prefer Premier Inn over Travelodge, just in general. But
I prefer the streets. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Well, on principle, I can't go back there.
Absolutely. Like, on principle. I would be like that, but I also would not be letting that go. Like, and I know you tried.
2021.
Like, no, it's cheeky. It's really cheeky. But I'm trying to think, because it's so funny, because like when there's any kind of complaint issue, like my friends and family, like they always come to me. Like I had one last week.
Why, are you good at complaining? No. You? Nah.
Allegedly.
What?
I know.
Malika, good at...
Could you imagine?
How? I would never have seen this.
I mean, but you see, you've done this wrong because you've got to do like, good afternoon, sir. Like if you're sending it in the afternoon, if you send it in the morning, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, sir, madam. Yeah. Right? Not hi, Travelodge. And then you also, thank you for your email dated, or thank you for your response dated, Yeah. Then you say the what is it? The aggressively, what was the double A's?
Oh, absolutely appalled.
The absolutely appalled. Like all you got to do, absolutely appalling. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the end, you've got to be like, if you are unable to resolve this, please let me know and we can escalate it to the ombudsman.
And I bring a boss my gun when I come down. Yes, a boss my gun with a reception.
No, you just take it to the ombudsman.
Yo, shoot half a blood clot, please. Isn't it?
But also you have to at the same time straight away you just do a chargeback, because then like if they refund the money, then the bank will take it back, which is fine. But if they don't, then you're not, because that is rude. That 18 months, it's rude. It's cheeky. I can't stay there. I don't care if it's logged on this podcast. I cannot stay at Travelodge. And can I also just encourage you, when you're signing off on anything, they're not your mates. It's Mr. Green. It's not Aurie. Yeah. It's kind regards, or depends on how pissed off you are. I did the whole name. I just said my name when I read it back to you. Oh, okay. I always put Mr. And then when they respond, sometimes if they might respond like, oh, hi, Malika, be like, hi, thank you for your... My name's Miss Ferguson. Yeah. Like, you got to let them know, like, I'm not your mate. Big Fergie. How you mean? Big Fergie.
Let them know, innit? Don't chat to me like we're brethren.
Because we're not mates.
Owe me some money.
That's exactly.
Run me my peas and maybe we could talk about Malika first name basis.
I'll be really honest with you. A friend of mine, he had an issue with some like his bank account being frozen literally about 2 weeks ago. And he was talking to me about it. And then he sent me the email that he was sending to the people.
Yeah.
And I rewrote the whole thing, sent it back. Because it also had some stuff to do with like the police and stuff. It was like I apologize if I've said too much. Like if he sees
snap.
like, but I'm not going to
say his name.
I'm not going to say his name, but
That's
he might
fine.
just be like, is everything okay? Like you're telling my business on the thing.
No, you just say his name. So it's fine.
I would never say his name. Anyway, so when I wrote back and then he was like, yo, I showed it to my dad and my dad was like, who wrote this? Like, did you get the lawyer to write it? Like, the
That's
person
cute.
put in like,
That's sweet.
what did I put in? Under the Freedoms of Information Act because they stopped his account.
They're big name, they big ones, Freedom of Information.
I told you, my people, they always come to me and they're always like, oh, Malika did it. That doesn't mean you come to me.
Okay.
Trudge, you can.
Wait. Hold on. How? We're damn near family. You're going to send to him and not me. You know what? Leave me alone.
Okay.
Leave me alone.
It's not nice, is it?
You see how disrespectful that was? I would look out for her, in any which way I could. Right? It don't matter. But straight away, you can't come to me. But the white man, if you want to, Trudge, come through, innit?
No,
you come through,
I'm
sick of these black people like these black men.
Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, fine.
Yo, the second I made it about race, he's like, hold on, let me back up because I got a brand identity. I got to make sure it stays firm.
No. I'm a quarter white. My mother's mixed race.
I know.
My old girl. I got one black brother, one white presenting brother.
No, her brother presents white.
Like he might be lighter than you.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Like legit.
It's such a.
I'll show you a picture.
But the thing is, with her face, though he has the same face as you, the same expressions.
Everybody always says this.
Like imagine her face on a dude, right? Who's like 6 foot and he's white, dark hair, right? Same expressions. So she's not lying when she says it. When I saw it one time, I remember the first time I ever saw the picture. I told you this when we did the radio show.
Yeah.
I looked, I was like, wait, what's going on here? Hold on, am I drunk? Because it was like your face, like, it was so wild. But once you know, innit? It's just normal. But you're right. You do have, and because your complexion as well, even though you're a quarter white.
Yeah.
Same complexion as me.
Same.
You see what I'm saying? Right? And then you put you next to your brother, the face was just like there. It was so wild. But that's neither here nor there. It's not a deep story, but nice. It's not that deep, but it's just so you understand Trudge. She's not one of those people that jumps in and goes, I got family from all over the place. My cousin is married to a black man. She's not that. She's talking from you get people that do that, innit, yeah? I've had people that say, my family is completely multicultural because my cousin's ex-boyfriend had a child with the neighbor who is, they themselves is hot. I've had that before where people tried to be affiliated with me that way. Anyway.
It's okay.
Anyway, bedbugs, sorry.
Bedbugs.
We went from bedbugs to Travelodge. I wonder how, but bedbugs. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, those who know that Paris has been rife with bedbugs recently. There's been shows that I know that are supposed to go to Paris that got cancelled.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tony Baker and Kev on Stage. They're doing a comedy show. They're doing, I think, 2 shows in the UK, maybe 1 or 2, I can't remember. But they were supposed to go over to Paris for a show, and they had to cancel it. So there's people from outside that won't go over there because just obviously they've seen what's happening with bedbugs.
Yeah.
Now apparently it looks like it wants to creep in the UK. Yeah.
They're going to do anything to try and just keep us back in our house again for 2 years.
You think it's a conspiracy? Have you seen the videos of the bedbugs?
I'm not going to lie, it's not something that I would really watch.
Okay.
But I have seen clips of it and I have seen parts of it.
Keep me in my house. If that's what you're telling me and that's what's going on, all of that stuff, I prefer cleanliness. I'm sorry. I can be messy when it comes to like, if I've got to put my clothes away or if I've got clean clothes that need to be folded up or whatsoever. In my second bedroom, I might put everything on the bed until I'm ready to tidy up and so on. Yeah. But dirt and insects, can't. And where I live is a village. So where I live is loads of them that will try to come in the yard where it's cold. Like there'll be a spider somewhere in this house.
I was about to say, are you afraid of spiders?
No, I'm not afraid of them.
Okay.
The idea of like bugs. Let me see the pictures real quick. So they're coming over here. Here we go. Here's a video. Look at this infestation. All right. Is this in London?
Yeah.
Inside a London house
UK.
infected with bed bugs. When was this? 10 days ago.
10 days ago.
Yeah, look at them. Yeah, not me, rude boy. Is that now? Don't worry about the audio on this, man. This, just look at the videos of that. That is nasty.
Oh, this is awful. Ooh.
Yeah, man. All of that. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not on it. I'm not on it. Yeah, see, that's what they look like. Do you see what I'm saying? And then hard to get rid of. Look at them. How? Hold on. I don't know what this reporter's on, but you can't get me to report on something, right? And then show me you reporting on it. All right, let me show you what the bed bugs look on my hands. Nah, bro.
Listen, somebody in a lab somewhere has unleashed this. Like, because where have they, like, yes, cool, they've been they come from Paris, but like, where have they come from? Do you know what I mean? Like,
North Wheezer? I'm joking.
You know what? Really, it needs like insert sound.
I'm a Northwest.
No, it needs to like insert soundbite.
Yeah, I'm a Northwest. I'm from Northwest London originally. I'm not going to say that where bed bugs come from is where I'm from. No, it's disrespectful. Shouts to Northwest, but no, I didn't mean it that way. But it's how you said it. Where did they come from? Northwest.
It's the only response to that question.
There you go. But all right. So you say they've come from somewhere. Bed bugs have always been around. They've always been around, but maybe because of all the climate changes, it could be that they've been in a better environment to be able to breed. I don't know why they were so huge in Paris recently. With no disrespect to Paris, it's not the cleanest of cities, right? I mean that with love. Same like, all right, London, New York, Paris are places we advertise as lovely. I talk about this on stage. We advertise them as great, but they are dirty in many places. So for all I know, there could have been an influx of tourists or the temperatures rising and so on, and could be the prime environment for these bed bugs to mate and then to breed. Who knows? But it's been on the rise to the point where it's out of control, and you start seeing them on like the public transport. That's wild to me. Haven't you seen those videos when they're on trains?
No.
So you're thinking about bed bugs being in people's houses? No, it's on public transport. Show the video, please.
I was on the train today. I came from the train.
Get off my sofa.
In King's Cross.
Get off my sofa.
I came from.
Stand up and go fumigate yourself outside. Now you'd know if you had them on you though, because you'd be able to feel them and they bite and stuff.
No.
They don't carry diseases well, but look, if you see them on. All right, so after this, you see them, they start crawling around on the sofas. But when you see them crawling on the sofas, like you can actually see the little bits. Like
what are they leaving behind?
Not so much leaving behind. You can see them like scurry. Look, there you go, look. So they're like that. That's just one though. Have you seen the one where they're in Paris and you can see them on the seas?
Is this the Paris one? Oh. Yeah, this is the Paris one.
Oh, it's Paris.
Yeah.
There's one that I saw where you could see like 30 or 40 of them on the seas. And I think look, that's where you start to see them crawling around. And then if you do fumigate them, you can see how nasty they look. It's an outbreak. It's nasty. But that's early stages.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
You're on, you see...
I'm scratching now that I'm watching it.
Yeah, I'm literally like...
I can feel little things crawling on me when I watch videos like this. Yeah, go on.
You're on public transport, for example.
Yes.
And you see one.
I don't know. Do you kill them? Or is it... I don't know if it's like cockroaches where you kill them and it releases...
I feel like it does.
Yeah, like a thing where it attracts more of them.
Yeah, man.
Right?
I think so.
I'm not going to lie. If I'm sitting there and
You do that?
Easy. One time.
There's I can't remember what they're called. I think they're lantern bugs in New York. Nah, it's making me scratch talking about this now, man. And I know there ain't nothing on me, but just thinking about it, it's like, ugh. There's these things called lantern bugs in New York, right? Google it real quick for me, Trudge.
My ears suddenly starting to itch.
You see what I'm saying? Everything. You're now more aware of your senses. Lantern bugs in New York. They, I think they're called lantern bugs. But they're everywhere. Every time I go out there, they're everywhere in New York City. You're told, as much as I don't like the idea of this, you're told you should kill them. And the reason being, they like eat off trees. Go to real quick. I think that's them. Here you go. New Yorkers are killing spotted lanternflies, not lantern bugs, right? And the reason being, they breed so fast and they chew off the barks of trees. So if you don't kill them in time, they multiply so quickly that anytime you see them, you're supposed to step on them. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. But because it's killing an animal, it's killing a creature, right? I don't want to instantly go, I'm going to kill. If my reaction is like a fly is there, like, oh, like that, that wasn't with my intent to kill. It's to get it off me and I may have harmed it. God forgive me for that happening. However, they tell you, if you see these, go and kill as many as you can because they breed and they chew off trees. Scroll up, can you see?
So basically they're overtaking New York because you won't kill. You haven't killed the ones, the 5 that you've seen.
Yeah, look. They're like that all the time. All the time. You see them everywhere on you. And they're pretty as well, because when they open their wings, they got like red wings. They're really pretty.
Yeah.
You just got to let them walk. Or you'd rather just hit them.
Absolutely.
But they're like this big. You sure? They're not like little tiny ones.
No, I'll be honest with you. Yeah. So, you know my older sibling.
Yeah.
She, growing up, I'm not scared of bugs.
Yeah.
Because growing up, when we used to share a room, she would wake me out of my sleep and make me. She would, there's a daddy long legs. Like, so I would have to go and kill the daddy long legs or kill a spider. So like now, if I see a spider, I pick up the spider and like I do try not to kill them.
Yeah.
I give them a chance in it. The flies, I've got like the spray and I've got the, but like the spiders and like daddy long legs and stuff.
Swear.
The moths, sometimes they like to play games with you a little bit. Like I've opened the window.
Look at Dr. Dolittle here. Yeah, tell me how bees work with you then. Go on.
No, obviously because I live like in the countryside as well, and I literally like on the opposite side of my garden, there's like a massive field. Like cows come up to the wind, like come up to wherever. So I'm not the most outdoorsy girl.
Okay.
But I will open the window. I will give you an opportunity to leave. But if I give you an opportunity to leave, you better get out of the house. Don't stay and be flying around like we're mates. Yeah. Because that's when you're going to get killed.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're good like that then?
Because I had to be.
You're good like that. Okay, fair dues. All right. So bed bugs, you ain't got worried about if they come over to this country?
Bed bugs, no, I feel like I'd be a little bit worried, to be honest with you.
Swear?
I feel like...
It's weird when I say this. The smaller these insects are, the more I'm concerned about them. Big spider, if I see one, I'm like, that's a big spider. It's a bit creepy, but I can get rid of that. But when I see like an infestation of small things, that's me gone. It reminds me of the movie, The Mummy, right? The little scarabs in The Mummy. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about? The little scarabs that like, when they're in the pyramid, they all start running around. They're big, but if you think about loads of them small, never me, man. Sorry, I just got the 50 Cent picture up again. I'm moving away from that. But yeah, bed bugs are here. Oh my God, Will's got a post. It's called The Official Statement. It's going to be something silly. You know it, innit?
Of course it is.
Yeah. It's just him showing off that he's got a good social media team. But yeah. Oh, I heard this. Have you heard this?
I haven't seen it. I saw a clip of it, but I haven't like stopped to listen to it.
Okay, let me read the headline again, right? Don't press play yet. Let me go headline. Drake debuts 6-year-old son Adonis's new rap video. All right, we could play a touch of this. All right,
Is the sound up?
The sound's up on here. Yeah. Let's let me hear this. All right, Malika, what we saying? We got Drake just dropped a tune and then he's got his son dropped a tune. Man.
It's catchy, right?
For who? For who?
I'm gonna be in my girl mode.
Okay, stop this. Let's discuss, right? You're in your girl mode, yeah? Go on.
This is cute. Like it's cute. It's cute. It's really cute. He's cute. The kids are cute. It's cute. It's not good, but like... no, but...
What do you expect from a 6-year-old?
And I was just about to say, there are records. There's this one song, and I must have recorded it when I was about 3 or 4, where I go, get on the floor and whine your body, get on the floor and whine your body. Like my dad...
Get on the floor and whine your body. Rock it down and get on the floor and whine up the body. Bring on the rum and whine yourself and carnival like, Get on up and shake the booty. Wind up the place and go on the race.
Just Get on the floor and whine your body.
Get on the floor and whine your body. Whine your body. Bring somebody child, somebody father, somebody whatever. Whine up the body. Everybody whine up your body. Come bring the rum now. Whine up the body. Hey. Whine up your throat. Yeah, man.
See,
make sure you put PRS on that too.
I'm telling you, there is a song somewhere of 5-year-old Malika singing that. So, like, my dad was like Drake, but just...
Wait, 5-year-old Malika singing Whine Up Your Body?
Get on the floor and whine your body. But I think my dad meant it in my father, in context of like, get on the dance floor and whine your body. Okay. I need to find this. I need to ask him where the song is. So I can send it to you. But like, I say that to say that's why it's cute.
Yeah. I'm not sitting here critiquing this like negatively. It's Drake. Drake's, that's my headphones, it's fine. Drake's 6-year-old son. I respect it.
Yeah.
Put your kid on. I'm not expecting Kendrick lyrics from a 6-year-old. Do you see what I'm saying? So
if should Drake have written him like something that was...
And then expect the 6-year-old to rap like his dad? Nah,
not to rap like his dad, but he could have written a
Maybe that's what he wrote. Maybe that's what he wrote without his ghostwriters. Ooh, maybe that's the level for Drake. We don't know. Allegedly, respectfully. All I'm saying is I'm not expecting big things from a 6-year-old Adonis. I think it's cute though. I do look at it. Let's see the lyrics, right?
Oh, you got the lyrics.
Don't talk to my man like that. I like it when you like it. My man. My man. Don't talk to my man like that. Okay, it's just repeats. You know which one you want. I don't care which one you want. You can take whatever. I don't care what you do. I will always watching for you. Grammar's a bit off there. This is the only one you want. You will watch yourself after. If you get them dirty, I don't know. Don't talk to my man like what.
I actually love this.
What is he even singing about?
I think
is he talking about trainers or something?
I think he just got on the mic and was just saying words.
And that's it. I'm getting that energy. Hold on. I'm playing basketball. This is how much I want to bear court. 10,000 days and I know, 10,000 weekends and you know, 10,000 hours and you know, 10,000 everything and you know how much, how. Don't talk to my man like that. It's a 6-year-old. I'm not supposed to get this. So big up Adonis, man. Tune might blow, man. Little hit. If Will's, I was
about to say it's Drake's son, it really could chart.
Will's daughter did the hair tune, didn't it?
That was a sick.
That was a tune.
I whip my hair back and forth.
The beat was banging on that one.
It was a phenomenal
That beat was
song.
hair back. And I had a trim back then. Maybe want to grow out my hair again. Just I could do that in the club.
It was.
All right, big up Drake, big up Adonis, man. I hope the tune slaps and bangs and whatever it's supposed to do. It's definitely going to get a cut. That's definitely going to buy the kid, like, I don't know. What's expensive that 6-year-old kids want?
I don't think.
Redecorate a bedroom.
I was about to say, I don't think Adonis wants the same thing as like.
No, I don't think he does for us. I'm saying that will go on YouTube. It'll make a good few thousand and it could go towards trust fund or I don't know, for decorating a room. It's not even a car because he's not going to drive it, but whatever it is.
Do you think they should donate the money to charity?
Why?
Because Drake is a billionaire.
Okay.
And your son has already got about 19 trust funds, most probably.
Possibly, yeah.
And you're going to make a little 20 grand, which is what you would spend on.
I'm not against donating to charity. I just don't see the correlation of needing to do that one for charity. If you want to, yeah. If you don't, you don't.
Because I just think
one of them trust funds could go to charity as well.
Fair.
Do you see what I'm saying? Any money from whichever way it comes should go wherever it goes if you want it to. But specifically that money, I'm like,
I think it should. I think it should
go to charity.
I think that, yeah. Because like it's just extra money. Do you know what I mean? Not saying that like he has enough money. You know, allegedly he can never have too much money.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just a little thing. It don't really mean anything. It's giving the kid an outlet. Like I say, the kid, not Adonis. I just mean as a kid.
Yeah. Of course.
Outlet.
It's a bit of fun. I think he wants to be like his dad. He sees his dad travel the world and do what he does. He probably brought his son to like one of the shows recently on the tour. And he was like, I want to do that, Dad. And he was like, well, let's do. And I respect that. So
yeah, 100%.
Man, fully respect it. All right, what we got? Talk to me. Oh, this one's got to get a talk about. You know Captain Thomas, right?
Yeah.
Do you know where Marston Mortain is?
I've heard of it. I think I've drove past it.
All right. Do you know where Marston Mortain is?
No.
6 minutes from where we are right now.
Oh, okay.
I did a show there, right, in Marston Mortain. And this was just as this article, all right, so the article says Captain Tom Foundation to close down as daughter fights spa demolition. So what had happened, have you heard about this bit?
Yeah. This is breaking, by the way. This is breaking news.
This is breaking news?
Yeah, this is only like a few hours ago.
Yeah, yo, come on. So basically, I did a show there during the same weekend that she was being dragged in the news for building a spa in her back garden. Mm-hmm. And I was doing a comedy show there in the same village as where it was. So everybody was getting their jokes off there because everyone knows her. Because when it's a village, it's only like about 2,000 people that live there. Yeah. Everyone knows her and everyone knows where the house is. The house is signposted, so you can go past it. So now the foundation is going to close down because she had been siphoning money to build like the spa and stuff. I have a question. If you run the foundation or there is money in that foundation that's there, I don't know where all the money is supposed to go to, which specific charities it's supposed to go to. But if you're like the child of Captain Tom, are you allowed any of the money, do you think?
Well, he said, I think the daughter claimed that he said to have the money. Well, that's what she's claiming anyway.
I can't hear that from her because if there's like a 10 million in a foundation, you can't tell me how much I'm supposed to give you. If let's say it was in the will that I've raised money, but also to make sure my kids looked after and to maintain the house and the fact they were here around me and all sorts, I just want maybe $500,000 for my kids, my grandkids, my great-grandkids, and because they're going to be my legacies and they're going to have to keep up my name and make sure the grounds has been kept and the access and stuff. I get that if that's happened, right? But you can't tell me she my dad let me know that, yeah, the money that's in there, that's mine still. She can't say that.
This is not like Captain Tom raised money for cancer. Like people donated to Captain Tom.
If it's the foundation, then yeah, of course. Then yeah, if it's the foundation like that. But
also if it's the Captain Tom Foundation, you're still donating to Captain Tom.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, so who administrates where the money goes in the foundation? Or
he must have had a will, no?
He probably did. Like the house has gone to her. But I'm thinking if she has to keep his name going.
Yeah.
And the foundation going. And this is now a job that she may not have ever wanted, but is now a job. Even if it's not her, but someone else has to do it. That means it's now a job for somebody to maintain the foundation or a job for a team of people to maintain the foundation.
Yes.
There is a certain percentage, I think, or at least a salary that should go to the person that has to administer the foundation and administrate the finances to wherever they need to go to if they're giving money to different charities, like a regular job or like people that work in charity do.
Yeah.
I do believe that is supposed to happen. But building a spa in your garden, you had to know that was wrong. That's where you've crossed the line. What's her name? Where is it?
Captain Tom's daughter.
Yeah, Tom's daughter. Hey, yo, Tom's Pitney, listen, yeah? I know where you live. No, I'm joking, that's bad, isn't it? That's wild, isn't it?
Like.
You see that spa? The demolition people are coming for that, rude boy. Nah, I don't know where she lives, but I just know it's Master Mortain. But yeah, that for me is wild that she built even a spa in the first place.
What does a spa look like? Or is it like...
I'll be honest, the pictures of it looks like a jacuzzi. It looks like an outhouse with a jacuzzi, a little sunbed or two at the side of it. And it's got like, not sunbed, a little lounger or whatever at the side of it. It's
modest.
It's mad modest, but it's still, who needs a spa in their garden? Look, there you go. Look, there's the outhouse.
Oh, okay.
The one on the left that's got the hook, the C-shaped one.
Oh, so no, that's you said the outhouse. I thought like just just
like a shed,
got a little bit of electricity. That's a whole.
It's a yard. It's a house.
It's a whole house.
Well, compared to the house, it's an outhouse to me. But it's because that big house that he's got there and all the grounds that he would walk around. It's for me, yo. You can't like take the money from the foundation and build that in the garden that he was walking around as well. You can't build that, man.
A little bit cheeky.
And the thing is, everyone can see it. Like, if you're gonna, like, this is what I say. If you're gonna do the wrong thing, do it the right way, please. If you're gonna do the wrong thing, you're gonna do it the right way. If you're gonna take a little money off the top, which I don't endorse, I just want to say, by the way, but if you're gonna take a little money off the top, What you're not going to do is take money off the top and build a building where people could see that you can afford that in the first place. At least if you're going to get a jacuzzi in the bathroom you already have. No one's going to see that and ask you any questions. My girl built a whole spa out the back in the garden like that. So on a sky, people can fly their drones over that and see that.
What? It's these neighbours. They were pissed.
Of course they was.
They were pissed. And
I spoke to one of them at the comedy show. I spoke to one of them.
Do tell. What's the
no. They were just letting us know it's a liberty. Like you could see it from the back of our garden and stuff. I don't know if that's their house there, but there's loads of houses around there. They can all see it. So you can imagine they're looking, thinking, "Are you for real?"
But you know those small town people, they stitched her right up. Like,
rags.
My neighbours, what was it? They literally opposed one of the other neighbours getting an extension, like just because it would like cut off their view or something. And like, I hear all the rich, because I'm actually friends with this guy called Richard. He's a biker. He's like this old white guy. Okay. He used to be part of like one of the biker society.
Like a UK Hell's Angels or something.
He's probably, but we have like the most random friendship. And like the other day he came to my house, we had tea, sat down. That's my good friend Richard. About 60.
What'd I tell you? Sugar daddy. What'd I tell you? She's lining it up. I told you, this woman loves them older. No. Trust me, watch P&O Cruise is coming.
I say all of that to say I get all of the tea from Richard. Okay. And these small town, like neighbory people, like they're real bitchy and they will.
Oh, they'll talk.
And they will put an end to whatever you think you've got going on.
Yeah, that's wild. So yeah, this Captain Tom thing, the fact that this happened is not surprising that in a village where everyone's looked at and gone, look, we rated Tom for walking, not for chilling at the spa, right? And now you're going to build a spa in his name for you to benefit from. Not for the village, but it's your personal spa.
Oh, she was building it in his name?
Nah, from his money.
Okay.
They're knocking that down. That's gone. It's ordered to be knocked down. So imagine you spent all that money and then the demolition man have come in and said, no, there she is. We're licking that right down. I'm not endorsing taking money from a foundation, but if you're going to do the wrong thing, do it the right way.
I like that.
The wrong thing is to take the money. The right way is to buy the jacuzzi, put it in your bathroom. The right way is to go and do a spa day somewhere. You built a whole spa in your garden where everyone can see the building works. Come on, man.
Do you think that, are we sure that she didn't maybe take a little loan out on the property and...
No, they went through the books. Yeah. What's it when they go through your books in a company again? Audit. They did an audit and they saw where the money came from. The Captain Tom Foundation. That's wild. Here, look.
It's really bad.
Scroll up again real quick. Scroll up. It says right there, plans for the site said it would be used partly in connection with the Captain Tom Foundation and its charitable objective. I'm saying this. If you build something in the garden, this is what you do. You build like a museum and honouring him, pictures, some of the stuff that has been done, the nice letters have been sent to people when they're in Mastermore Take and go, oh my God, that's the garden where da-da-da-da-da-da. And then one wing of that garden, that little outhouse, that's the spa. And then people can come and pay there to go and use the spa, right? And then that money goes to the foundation again. So they raise money for the locals to come to the Captain Tom Spa. And when it's off duty, she can use that in the evenings. It's in her garden. That's how you do the wrong thing the right way. Do you see what I'm saying? Respectfully, you could have done that and no one would have batted an eyelid. Make it a half museum, half spa. So you can relax in Captain Tom Spa. Now that he's been laid to rest, he's done so much for the charities that he was raising money for during the COVID times. He's done all that. How we honor him is we put up our feet now and we relax in the spa that we've paid to use, and that money goes back into the foundation. And then in the evening, she can use that spa herself.
What does the money go for? Go to?
What does it go? It's different charities, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
It's loads of different charities.
They, as a charity, raise money to then give that money to other charities.
In the name of Captain Tom, yeah.
Okay.
She should have done it that way. So you could have had your own spa. Like, let's keep it a buck. I have a podcast studio for podcasting. When you lot are gone, you don't think I'm playing video games on that television. And it's mine. Obviously, this money come from me. It's not come from no charitable...
Captain Tom.
Yeah, no foundations, yeah? It's mine. But even still... In here, you don't think that fridge sometimes when my one's upstairs is full, I don't put some like raw chicken in. No, I don't put it in that fridge. But I put water in that fridge to keep it cool if my fridge upstairs is full with water bottles. Or if I come down here and I want to use, I don't know, like one of my cameras because I want to take it to like an event and film, even though it's for the podcast studio. Like, you can do it that way if you really want to do the right, but that's the right thing the right way for me because it's all my equipment. You're going to do the wrong thing the right way. You could have thought about it, man. This girl started to think I need a little suntan, man.
Yeah, like creating a spa out of charitable funds, like, and not like a spa that you are gonna have give access to like the local homeless people or the for that, underprivileged. Like the one isn't too in.
Yeah, man, it's not. It's not. Good luck to her, but. Although she was at the time the $85,000 a year interim chief executive of the foundation, her appearance fee was paid via a private company owned by her and her husband, Colin. Okay, so she was in charge of the foundation. I believe that you should get paid for being in charge of the foundation.
Yes.
A salary.
Yeah.
85, some people go, why are you getting paid so much? A, the pressure of knowing that your house is on target. Like, we saw what happened to the tree. In the Sycamore Gap tree.
Yeah.
Right? That got chopped down. And it's just a tree. There'll be nasty people that might come down, I want to run up in Captain Tom's house, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're going to get paid a lot so you can make sure that you can live the life of knowing that you are always going to be in the limelight of other people, that's where the money comes from. It's not just the job, but also the value of knowing that your privacy is now out the window. So I do believe that she should get paid for that. But you don't take extra money on top to build a spa in your garden. It just doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Well wishing to everyone involved. Colin and what's her name?
Hannah.
Boy, you messed up. You messed up there, boy. You could have done it the wrong. You could have done. I'm not endorsing taking money out of a charity, but
if she was sensible, she would have just said, "All right, cool, hands up, leave the spa.
Yeah,
let me just
open it up for everybody else."
No.
Go on.
No. Even when you said that, like, have the museum and then people can use the spa, I thought have the museum, have a door that you lock. You know how like your grandparents would lock the front room and you were allowed in the kitchen.
So
and
that's the spa.
So the spa is the front room.
Okay.
And you have that lock.
Yeah.
The museum is the kitchen and the hall.
Okay.
And everyone's allowed in the kitchen and the hall.
Yeah.
But just you are allowed in the front room.
But what if she's there like, hey, what smells like Olbus oil and what's that noise of bubbling going on? And it's a jacuzzi next door. Do you see what I'm saying? Where's that Zen music coming from? What's going on? Yo, what's in that room right now,
and now
boy?
we just soundproof it, man. We just take another 10K from the foundation.
This one. Doing the wrong thing the right way. That's it. All right. Give me one more, man, because I know we're definitely going well over time. It's going to be a long episode. I don't care. I love it. I ain't cutting nothing.
It's my fault.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not your fault. You're good. I ain't cutting nothing. This whole thing.
Trying to find one that's not
Say something so wrong it could get us cancelled, this guy in there. Go on, right now.
No.
Right now. I'm bullying for nothing.
No.
I'm not trying to get cancelled. I'm not cutting anything. You see your ex, whichever one you don't like, say his name right now and call him a pee hole right now. Go ahead. I don't do it, actually. No, really, please don't do it. I'm really messing around. I'm not trying to edit nothing today. I just want to cause some controversy. Sam, talk about the 3 kids you have but you don't raise. Right now, come on, I ain't cutting nothing.
Wait, no, you might have done this already.
Oh, yeah, go on.
But why'd you call him Trudge?
Trudge, his surname. His name is Sam Trudgill. So we call him Trudge.
Okay.
Just like a nickname. He's the one who told me that people call him Trudge. So
yeah. It's a nice name. I think like we discussed it last week. It's a bit of a weird name, but I'll kind of welcome him now.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you need to do people ask that often?
Yeah.
Maybe you just need a sign here. Just be like, Sam Trudge, this isn't it. Like,
just
so
Trudge.
you don't have to keep.
Just Trudge. Okay, I can do that. No, but I like saying it and people asking.
Okay. And how did you two meet?
Well, I run a comedy club and I booked Aurie one night and we just hit it off from there. It was magic.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah, it was.
Hold on, I'm reading this. People asking, any times we may need somewhere to rent onward would be the first 2 weeks of December. I'm not doing that, man. Airbnb stuff, I can't do it, so it's not going to happen. Yes.
Trying to find a news topic that isn't depressing. Sorry, this is always hard.
Nah, bro. Come on, I can't do no more, man. I can't. I really can't.
Nah, no more depressing ones. Though.
Nah,
I'm trying to think. I've not been on social media today that much.
Oh, no, that's fine. I want to throw a question to you.
Okay.
All right. Random one.
All right.
It's come out of nowhere. It's not
Love
like this has happened anywhere recently. Okay. You're in a relationship. You suspect...
definitely hasn't happened recently.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at the lack of your love life.
He's laughing in
that. And you said it so seriously as well. Nah.
No, do you know what? People keep on, like, certain friends and family keep on, like, and I'm like, no, when I have a boyfriend, y'all are gonna know. Be very clear.
Yo, no, the way she did it, I said, all right, it's not happened recently, yeah? Okay, cool. You're in a relationship, yeah, that's not me. It's bad because, again, I know her well. So when she's saying it ain't happened, and she's such a lovely person, she ain't lying. She is not lying. But I also know why as well, right? Why? You really want me to talk?
Yeah.
All right, real quick, before we get into what I was going to ask, right? Okay. Real quick, you're somebody that I know you are not settling for mid standards, right?
Okay.
And I think that's okay. I don't think you have to. You don't settle for mid standards, and I think what you know that you want, you should go for, right? There has been times where what you want hasn't even been manufactured for movies yet. So you're out here saying, I want a guy who's A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, right? And all of them, not even Clark Kent could have even become. You understand?
I'm gonna let you finish.
Right? I think as time's gone along, from I've known you, some of them standards, you're like, yo, yeah, I'm being silly now. This is too much, man. My man don't need to be 6'6", man. Maybe 6'4" enough. Like, you've thrown those to the side.
You know one of my exes.
I do.
You know he was well below. He was well below.
Hey, yo. I pleaded the fifth.
He couldn't even see 6 nothing.
Nah.
He couldn't even see. Stop it immediately. Stop it.
And I know which ex. 6'8" in the purview. Right? 6'8" in the purview in the least. Which is true. I get it. Right? So I'm just making an example when I say that.
Yeah.
You never had to shade my man like that so quick. You know one of my exes, bruv. You know my man look like Peter Dinklage. You know that he's not going to be out here.
I just said...
You know he needed a stepladder to reach the top shelf. Nah. You know he needed an escalator to get into bed. Nah, you disrespected. The way you did that was so out of order, right?
No, I'm just letting you know to stop it immediately.
Okay, but I'm not saying... And he's a dope brother, right? So I'm not going to put him down, right? Okay. Obviously, you're going to say your experiences are going to be different from yours.
I don't do that.
Okay, but all right. So what I'm saying, from other standards and levels and so on, as to what maybe someone would like in a relationship, someone who is ambitious or someone who does work and drive, etc., etc. I'm talking from that angle, right? Again, ignore the 6'6" thing. I was only messing around. I'm not saying that you specifically want someone who is 6'6", but of all the things that I remember you telling me and all the discussions that we would have and the banter that we would have in the back and forths and so on, right? Some of the things I was hearing and I'm like, wow, I'm not saying you're going to ever have to compromise. I don't think you ever should. I think you should go for what you want. However, know that maybe even the shell of how some of what you want may not exist in the way that you think it will. So I'm not saying you wanted 6'6", but it could be someone who was shorter. It could be, there's a part of me as well that I'm drawn towards my own culture, but it may be someone from a different culture. If that's high up in there, that's cool. But especially in the UK, it's going to limit the amount of people that you might be able to go for, because you've already said no one who's outside of this culture. It brings down the percentage. Again, I don't think you should settle. What I do think though is if you're finding that like your standard is up here and nobody is reaching that, and no one is reaching that, it's not to bring down your standard, it's to recognize that you've kept it up here, so it may be a long time until you buck up with that one person that meets it, because you want all those boxes ticked, especially if all of those boxes being ticked becomes such a rarity because all of them mean that they are, let's take for example, well, someone who's working a decent job that they're happy in, they're ambitious to maybe grow in the field that they're in. They make enough right now to cover themselves with the scope to be able to make more so they can build what they're doing, right? That's just work. Also, there's someone who might keep themselves fit, look after their body, look after their mind as well mentally, and are in a much more emotionally open and aware of where they are. Not to say that they're perfect, but at least they can have the tools to recognize different parts of who they are and the elements of themselves going forward in a relationship. And then maybe understand your culture or maybe even be a part of the culture that you were raised in as well, right? We're going down a lot of things so far, which the more we do, it chops away at the people that are available, yeah? And there's going to be more stuff that it could be the same faith of you of what you were raised in. So if you were raised in the church as a Christian, someone who has at least the same similar values for you to be able to understand and have a sharing of those things. Once you start chopping that down as well, you might then turn around and say, also is not in the music industry because you might not want to be working with someone in the same industry that you might be in. It chops down so many different aspects. I'm not saying the guy don't exist. I'm saying to be able to funnel all that through, especially when the field of that you're in, the environments you're going to be in are going to be mainly people that are either like-minded or attached to people that are like-minded because of the industry that you're in. Like when you go to work to these meetings, you're going to be in meetings with people that even if they're not performers, they're in the industry and know people that are in the industry. Me as a comedian, if I say I don't want to date someone who's a fan of my comedy, but my main environments that I'm going into is comedy shows and I'm bucking up with people that are fans, if I have that in my mind, all of a sudden, I'm making it harder for myself because it's going to be harder for me to find the person I want, as well as recognize that it's harder because the environments I put myself in, as well as all those tick boxes. Don't bring down your standards, but just recognize, listen, God might have to drop someone on your lap in a way that when they do, it's like, where did you come from? You are perfect. And even then, we might go, nah, the devil sent you, you know. It's that kind of mentality. There's so many different elements that make it harder for us. And I think with you, when I used to speak to you about this stuff, I used to feel that that's the energy that I got. There was things that you wanted, not impossible. But because I know what you wanted, if you weren't going to compromise on any of them, you got to hold fire there. And then if the guy pops up in your face, you might have to be a little bit more open to seeing all the good before going, why this guy's here, it's a bit too good to be true. Who sent you? Kind of thing.
Okay.
Here comes the clap back.
Respectfully, no, I'm joking.
Do it.
No. When I remember we had like one particular conversation.
One of them, yeah?
No. I know we'd had a couple, but I feel like it was this one particular conversation that like lasted. It was like we were speaking for a long period of time and then like you had to do something and then it cut and then we came back on. And I don't know if you remember this conversation.
I think I was driving to a place and had to come off.
And we had to, anyway. So it lasted a long period of time. So there's a couple of things like my relationship with the person that we just referenced, the lower person, the lower. No, sorry, not lower, like the person. No, stop it, because I'm not mocking. I'm not.
I know you're not
Behave.
mocking. I know you're not mocking. I know. I'm just making it seem that way by being an arsehole.
You are.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad you know.
I'm making it seem that way. You're not mocking, but I know what you meant.
I know that, but people out there, they might not know it. So please, behave.
Okay.
Anyway, like that relationship was like the most amazing, like an amazing relationship. Like he was amazing to me until it didn't work out. Until it didn't work out. Do you know what I mean? So like there are certain things that I got used to in that relationship that guys maybe don't really do so much now. So that's why that's why I'm saying like I would never down talk. Like I would never do that. That's because there were so many amazing things and the things that weren't amazing. That's another story for another day. Do you know what I mean? But what that relationship did, it got me accustomed to certain things, like I say, that certain guys don't do no more. Also, in terms of where I come from, in terms of like how my dad's raised me, like my dad literally, like my auntie will tell me that my dad literally would just have me like this, like it And that's where I've come from as well. My coming out of that relationship, doing a lot of work on myself. I think there's also this thing that women in their 30s, Black women, so like women in their 30s, Black women, yeah. It's like, if you're single, like, oh, you're picky. Like, I'm very sure I could leave here right now this evening, go get some petrol on the way home because I need to get some, and leave the petrol station with a boyfriend. It's not. Like,
I want to be clear. I never said you're picky. Just so you know.
Do you know what? I bumped into a family friend on the way up here on the train. And we were talking about relationships and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, you're like me, you're picky. And I was like, excuse me?
I get you.
Because I'm not picky, I'm intentional.
Yes.
And I'm also not afraid to voice my opinions and to say, do you know what? You're just not for me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Good. Or like, but people misguide that, especially not misguide, that's not a word. People misinterpret that when you are a woman in your 30s, when you are a Black woman, then sometimes when you're a woman. And I think it's that type of perception. And because of how I was raised through my dad and the indulgence that I've, not just my dad, like my godmothers, my grandmothers.
You've had some good examples around you. They edified me. They uplifted me and who it is that I was to be unapologetic. So when I walk into a room or when I show up in any version of my life, I'm just unapologetically me. And even when everybody is against me or the room doesn't agree with my opinion, or if people think I should be doing something that I don't see as for me, I'm unapologetically me. And I love that.
And I think, thank you.
I love that.
And it is, but I have, like I said, I've been doing a lot of work on myself over the last couple of years, because coming out of that relationship and then one after and a little mix up somewhere in between.
As you do. As you do.
It took a lot. It took a lot out of me. And I think that I'm just at a space now where like the things that my ex did in our relationship that was amazing, that indulged me, that's not really what I want now. And I couldn't exist in that relationship. And that's not to say it was bad. I just couldn't exist in that because I'm no longer that person.
Makes sense.
And we tried to make it work and he wanted to make it work. We both wanted to make it work, but I just was no longer that version of me. And he was no longer that version of him, because time does that to people.
Of course, yeah.
So in terms of like being single, I'm just very intentional. And yes, like having cultural
similarities.
That's the word.
Yeah. Having
cultural similarities, it is important. But at this point, I am just looking for somebody on the very basic. Let me tell you. Because I'm looking for somebody emotionally available and emotionally intelligent. Like those are like, no, but genuinely, like that is the bar. Like, because I think from everywhere else, everything can grow. And somebody that I see and I'm just like, can we go now?
So what's Richard, your neighbour, like saying? Is he available?
When I send you a picture of Richard, and Richard's got his he's got his little thing. He's got his little thing.
Richard, yeah man, I deal with, yeah man.
Even if he didn't, I wouldn't be that. But Richard's my mate. Like, he's my good friend, man.
All right. Well, I was never unhappy or thinking or worried that you weren't going to be able to meet someone of your standard. And if that was the standard you held before and kept, I'm saying that it just will take a long time to find that ticks all those boxes. But if you're telling me now that it's mainly the
emotional availability, emotional maturity,
then you're good. Is everything all right?
Yeah, the power's going to shut off in 5 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. Go on there. Sorry. You've been chatting for long. I like it though. Sorry. No, don't apologise. I love this. I've been talking a lot as well. It's not just you. Come on, behave yourself. I've been chatting, man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So with that being said.
Yes.
This is the question I want to ask.
Oh, this was the original release.
The original one, yeah.
Apologies.
No, it's fine. I am clipping a little bit. I keep spitting. I need to drink. My mouth is dry.
I'm not gonna lie, I need to go to the toilet like for a wee.
Yeah? All right, we'll wrap this up after this and we're done,
Okay, I've been holding it for about an hour.
Oh, sorry about that.
I mean, I've really been.
You've been drinking water regularly, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I have to ask.
Yes.
You're in a relationship. You're not 100. You trust your partner, but you don't at the same time. There's some questions you might have. Are you all right with going through his phone without him knowing? Vice versa, if it was the other way around, them going through your phone without you knowing.
Okay, so
You've done this. I know that face. You've done this before.
Okay, so the person we were talking about, the person that we both know,
Yeah.
I'll be like, he knew my passwords.
Okay.
I never knew his.
Okay.
Like he literally knew my PIN number, like for my bank account. He knew, like he.
Oh wow.
He like yeah, he knew a lot of stuff. He knew my Apple ID password, and that's
Whoa, that's deep.
It was
the Apple ID password is deep.
No, I mean I didn't even know he knew.
Whoa.
No,
Okay.
no, I must have told him, or he must have figured it out. Or like what? Anyway, just forget that one. But anyway, I say that to say I didn't know any of his passwords.
Okay.
Like, so there was a time. So we were together. We broke up. We were trying to work things out. Went for dinner at Hawksmoor. He went to the toilet. The phone was left on the table.
The temptation.
Not the temptation. I went in and started. He doesn't know this. I went in and I was like trying to, because all night I was like watching the phone.
Yeah.
For the password. So I put the password in wrong, put it in again wrong, put it in again wrong. I phone blocked for 1 minute. I sat at that table.
No! Yo! Hoping that he was still gonna go toilet and pee for a bit.
I was just praying he didn't come back before the 1 minute. Luckily, he did. Like the minute passed, the phone reset, and he came back.
Hey, yo!
And
hey!
However,
hey, that is sick. That's a movie, you know. You're sitting there watching it.
I promise you. I took a picture of my phone. I sent it to the girl group chat. I was like, guys, I don't know what to do.
You did a lot in a minute, boy.
Like, I mean,
Yo.
Yeah, it was a lot. But in general, like, I'm not really the look through phone thing.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, before we broke up, and now I just sound crazy, but this is not indicative of who I am. Before we broke up, there was one time I tried to get into his phone, but then in that moment, I realized if that's where I was,
it's not healthy.
No, it's not. It's not even that it's not healthy. I just need to ask the questions that I need to ask. Like,
that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Anything you want to ask, don't be searching. Go and ask the questions.
Let me go. And I did, and I asked, and he lied.
Oh snap! I swear.
And then we broke up, and then, like I said, we tried to work things. But when we tried to work things, things had happened, and it was too far gone. But I say that to say I'm not really the go and look person because, again, just to my character, like I'm fearless, and I would so much rather just you say something, and then I just have to deal with what it is. Like either I'm going to deal with it or I'm not.
Okay, cool.
But I have to ask the question.
All right, Trudge, what about you?
Yeah, I would hate that. You know, someone going for your phone. Oof.
Have you ever gone through?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. I hate that. Never me, man. You can't do that to me. Oh, what, have you done it? Oh, yeah. I've done it regular,
No,
bro.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Hey, come on.
Tell the story.
Oh, well, there was a time where I got kind of paranoid and, you know, it's a similar sort of vibe. You know, the opportunity is there. You're going to take it because I knew the passcode and...
Did you know because it was told to you or did you know because, like, you watched them, like, type it?
Oh, the second one. Yeah.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah.
All right, Cluedo.
Kindred.
Crazy is the word you're not looking for.
I'll tell you what, the worst bit as well was I literally took it into another room and like I had like time on it as well. So I was checking every app.
Yeah.
You know, you could like, and I felt terrible for doing it. And it gave my mind some serious clarity.
Did you find anything?
I was about to say, did you?
I didn't find anything, no.
Oh, that's it. See? That's the worst, I'm guessing.
But can I say something?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
I'm very sure that he went through my phone.
I swear.
Like, I'm very sure.
So if you're from, I mean, he knows all your passwords. So yeah, your Apple ID.
Can we just emphasize, we're not talking about me because we were talking about phones earlier and I don't want people thinking I'm not, let's go over your phone.
No. If anyone thinks that, it's not Trudge. No, stop it.
It's not Trudge. Don't worry, you're safe. You're safe.
I remember I've never picked up a girl's phone to go through it. Not my style.
Yeah.
Don't want to do it. If there's anything in there, I'll be honest, I don't want to know that way. Because if I can't trust you, then why are we doing this? if you have got something to show me that you're untrustworthy, and I find out in that way, I'm also untrustworthy because I've gone through your phone without you knowing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I'll tell you what has happened. I remember one time I was dating there's a girl from, she wasn't from here, she was from Angola, but she was up in Watford where she lived. Didn't date her for long. It was like wintertime.
Angolan girls are beautiful.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning.
I have a friend.
Absolutely stunning. I hope it's not the same one.
No, it's not. When you said Watford, I knew it wasn't the same
one. Oh my God. All right, because she was crazy. So I go to her house. This is Christmas. Now, a lot of Christmas times, I'm on my own because there's reasons, but let's say my mum, my stepdad might go abroad. My dad, my stepmom might go abroad. During those times, I'm actually right to sit in my own house. I'd have to link up with brothers or cousins or whatever because they got their own families and so on. I'm always the one that's always away. So I don't mind being on my ones. But I was dating this girl at the time. In the evening, I was like, oh, why don't you come by mine? I said, all right, cool. Go up to hers. I messaged one of my best friends, right? Shout out to Lauren. Lauren's asking me, what are you doing for Christmas? Because she knows my vibe. What are you doing for Christmas? Mum said you can come by if you want to get some food. I said, I'm good. I'm going to go see, chill with the girl I'm seeing, right? But I'm all right. I'm not doing that. Go to the house, we're chilling. She goes to the bathroom at one point. And I said, oh, do me a favor, can you put my phone on charge next door? She goes, all right, cool. Puts my phone on charge, plugs it in, goes bathroom. Then about 5 minutes later, she comes back with the phone in her hand. Who's inviting you to come round for Christmas? So what are you talking about? I saw on the phone that one of your girls are asking if you want to come. I'm like, you mean my best friend from school? like the person that I've known for the longest. Like one of the people, there's several people that, like women in my life that that I've known for donkey's years or the closest people, Adrian, Stacey, Lauren, like these are people, CJ, shout out to you lot, right? Like nothing will ever happen. Yeah. Because these are my dons, right? Their name pops up. If I'm in a relationship, if you don't know them, you're about to find out who they are. They are my people. This girl I've only been dating for about a month.
Oh.
It's early.
That's too early to be in someone's phone. Jesus.
She comes onto the phone and she's like, who is asking you to come round for Christmas? I had to tell her and I said, you know what? Wow, is that what you're doing early? Give me my phone. I left. I went straight home. Straight home. Nothing to hide, but that's an early sign. 1 month. And I'll tell you another thing. This is not... I've seen where like I'm chilling on my bed and my ex's phone is next to me on my bed, right? I remember this. This was like a couple of years ago. This is my ex from a couple of years ago. I'm chilling on the bed and I'm watching TV. She's gone bathroom. The phone pings, right? Because my phone's on the bed as well. I look, I'm like, who's that? Think it's my phone, it's pinging. It's hers. But who pops up is a guy who I know when, like, for a long, long time, when she has been single, that's like who she links up with.
Okay.
Right? I'm not insecure. If that's like, if you had a friendship, I'm not saying you lot meet up and chill, but he might just want to see how you're doing. You might have crossed minds because you've known each other for a long time, or he might be seeing if you're in a relationship or not, trying to slide through. He pings up. Now she's got it where as soon as it pings up, the message is there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw it and I read it. And he's replying to messages that they've been talking throughout the day. Right? Couple X's at the end and so on and rare. I ignored it because it's not something I went through your phone and found. It's something where I'm on the bed, the phone's here, ping, ping, ping. What's that? Oh. And I'll just carry on. Didn't bring it up to her or anything. It's the first time I've said this in a way that she could even find out. Whether she finds out or not, we're not together, I don't care. But I don't think she was cheating. I know she wasn't. It's not her character, right? But just even the conversation that she might have had and been entertaining, for me, if she was having that, again, we were not in the best of places at times. So I know that she may have just been communicating because she knows this is somebody who will always want to give her a time and attention, even if it's just our message. And if he replies, I feel like I've been heard and listened to.
Yeah.
That person. Didn't take it as anything. Didn't bring it to her. I didn't feel the need to. But that's the one time I know for myself, the phone's been there and I've seen a message. But that's not me going through the phone. It's literally just there. Both our phones are on the bed chilling. She's got in the bathroom for like 5-10 minutes, whatever, doo-doo, shower, I don't know. Whatever she's done in it.
Yeah, she got
It would have been doo-doo, because if it was doo-doo, then she'd have taken the phone with her. Sit there doing like Candy Crush or whatever, right? So it's probably shower, I can't remember. And I'm just chilling on the bed and the phone pops up and I saw that. That's the one time I remember. And I saw the name, I'm like, that's Donnie, who every time that I know that you've been single for years, that's the guy that always validates you. And I was healthy enough to go, all right, well, that's what... Like, I've had people try to hit me up to say, hey, B, see that you're on this TV show, you're looking all right. And I'm like, well, if you hit me up, I can't control that. But I don't have to respond to it. I just ignore it, or I say, thank you, hope all is well, take care, stay blessed, and leave the convo at that. So I'm not going to get mad at that. But I could tell by what the message was, it's the replying. And I just was like, all right, cool.
I was going to say, like, I feel like that would be an argument. Like
it would.
I feel like that would be an argument.
It would. Go on.
I was going to say, however, but actually, sometimes you just got to let people be like that. But that's the emotionally mature version of that.
I think for me, this was like before I even moved up here. So I was still back in Harrow. That time I wasn't in therapy or anything like that. But also where we was at was like, it's almost like we were both not in the best of places with each other. So it's not even like I looked and said, you're out here doing your thing.
Yeah.
But even if you were like tempted to, or you were into entertaining that, the argument ain't worth it for me to have to like bring it up to you, because we're both already not in a good place together. I think that's a mature side of me that went, I'm not even going to try and chase down the argument of what are you doing and who you talking to if we can't even talk to each other properly. So I almost left that and moved past it. I always remember it when I talk about phones and stuff, but it's not something that hit me here.
Yeah.
Or else I'd have said something on the night. I was like, all right, whatever in it. And I just kept it pushing. That's it. I did not care. I really did not. So yeah.
I think a lot of women have those friends, like not like the
validate friend.
Or like the validate friend or the validate guy, like, or
that's
even the validate girl. And I know that in like my previous relationship, like that was an issue. Like, and I think that like me, I tell my guy friends like I love them. Like one of my friends, he's married with 2 kids.
But I think that's healthy to be able to express that you love someone.
But like I don't like. It's funny because he's married with 2 kids, my godchildren who I love. And he like, I don't say it as much now, but I feel like it's more because I don't want his wife to feel uncomfortable. I've said it since they've been married though. Like I would call him and I'd be like, all right, I love you lots. Like, do you know what I mean?
But does the wife know that that's just your personality?
She does, because I'll literally be, well, you know, I'll be like, yeah, babe, like, not as in babe, but I try not to do it as much, but I'm definitely like, babe, don't talk to me like that. I
hear that.
Do you know what I mean?
I hear that,
but but that's in recent years, because before I would have just, even if he'd said to me like, oh, you make, like my wife has felt uncomfortable, I'd have been like, but you know I don't want you, and I know I don't want you, so it's not that. Do you know what I mean? Whereas now, I don't even need to have that conversation because I'm just like, okay, let me not, because I don't want to make her ever, because me and him will talk until all hours of the morning, or when certain things are going on, he'll message me and share them with, do you know what I mean, in a way. And I don't ever want that friendship to be misconstrued.
That's good.
For anything.
That's good. At least you understand that you don't necessarily need a boundary, but you set one up potentially in case it ever can get misconstrued, because you respect the relationship that you both have and also the relationship that he has with his wife. And that's amazing.
But it's also because like, I don't want her to be like, she's been single for a while, or like, you know, she's probably like...
She probably doesn't think that. No, but I say that, but there are women that would think that, because that is a thing that there are some women that think.
People. Yeah. And I never want to be brought into that situation.
Yeah.
I'd be very clear. Like it's not that. So let me just remove myself from the conversation. That's therapy.
Respectfully,